Nobody, no crime. Well, not on my time. Eyes are watching, giving victims a voice. Raise your voice from Delphi to Camden, and there will be no more botching. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an alibi if you collect evidence in red Solo cups. If your expert says it just did, you might have a problem. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an alibi.
Hello, everyone. How is everyone tonight? Thank you so much for being here and for coming to support Kelsey. You may be wondering why I'm wearing alien pajamas. That's a great question. The answer is because it has been 292 days since Kelsey Fitzsimmons has last seen and held her child. And to this date, she still has not seen him after them going back on the 209A order and agreeing in court that she is no longer a danger to her child or to Justin. And it is yet to happen. He has not seen his mother. And it's because of this guy, Justin the alien, Elaine. He is the one who set this whole thing into motion, and he is still not allowing her to see the baby. So I'm irritated. I'm going to bring in my guests because we don't want to keep them waiting. We have the one and only Winged King, our fundraiser king, Mazza Media himself.
How are you
Hello,
doing,
Mazza.
Lauren? Good to see you.
And
I'm
we
going
have
scruffy today. No clean stuff.
excellent. And we have Baker all the way from across the pond, Broken Baker, joining us. Hello, Baker. How are you?
Good evening, Europe.
Yes.
From the
thank you.
Danish jury, I give the what's it called? Pajamas, 12 point. Pola pajamas, 17 point.
I realized a couple days ago, I was like, I have alien pajamas. Like, I should incorporate them because why not? And we have the green light for the alien. So let's raise some money for Kelsey tonight and also piss the alien off because we know that that's what really gets under his skin is money. And I don't know. I'm just pissed off. I'm pissed off, guys, that she still has not been able to see that beautiful little baby of hers after we went to court. And it seemed like things were happening.
Can I say a thing that really, and I got a little heated on my show earlier today over the Twit Sweat, and I got really heated yesterday on Twit Sweat because there was that picture of Courtney and Kelsey out having a beverage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep.
And no one knows what's in that beverage, and she's not a convicted killer. She is on no probation. She's on nothing. And this person goes in there with her storied abuse of alcohol. Is it a good idea for a lawyer to take a picture where she's drinking? And I was like, first of all, you don't know if she's having a rum and coke. You don't know if she's having a coke. You don't know if she's having whatever she's having. And her horrid, whatever they said, history of alcohol abuse. She had some underage drinking when she was 18, 20 years old. One in chat if you have done some dumb things when you were 18, 20 years old. But I just love, because it's the exact same people we have been fighting for 3 years now. And they don't look at facts. They don't care about anything. They just saw, oh, Tim Bradle, he's connected to the guy we don't like. Kelsey is Voldemort now too. I'm so upset that these people, because they don't look at her. They don't see that case is different from other cases. And no one that looks at it could sit there and say, you took a picture with what could have been everything. If she went out and did anything, had a great party, did whatever she wanted to do, good for you, girl.
Yeah, I hope she is having a drink. I'd have a few drinks too. She hasn't been able to live a life as an adult. She's been on a scram device for an absolute bullshit reason, just because Justin said so, and Judge McCarthy Naiman decided that somehow it fit the narrative. Like, forget it. Like, that's insane. She can drink if she wants to drink. People are nuts.
And again, her alcohol abuse. There's no proof of it. There's
Zero.
no. And again, maybe she drank too much. Hey, really dumb idea when you have a kid. I don't condone that. But still, like I said earlier, not my STD, not my problem.
I laughed very hard when you said that earlier. Yeah.
It's again, that's for the family court to decide. And these people are just, oh, if you have family court coming up and you have an alcohol problem, nothing has shown she's just been, we know, been dead sober for 9 months because she's been on a scram device.
And where's the proof? Where's the videos, Justin? Where's the videos, Courtney? I haven't seen them.
And where's all those texts where she threatened you that you claimed you had that you never sent to the police, Justin? Because I read the text you sent, and there was no threats in any of them.
However, what we did see was a video of Justin falling. Shocking, I know. He's very stable, clearly. He was falling, and he was clearly inebriated, slurring his speech, and couldn't handle his alcohol.
Probably because he mixed it with something else.
Allegedly, I'm sure. Maza, weigh in.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's tripping. He's always tripping, whether it's literally, figuratively, he'd be tripping. But yeah, I'm just happy for Kelsey right now. Again, since really the moment she finally got out of jail and was under basically, house arrest, from that point on, everything's just gone in her favor. It's just been one step up the ladder after another, week by week, month by month. And she's in a great place, obviously. And, here we go now, family court, matters now that are being tended to, the path to getting, joint custody of her child, obviously. This is fantastic news. It's just great to see these moments for her in a story and a path through life that has been unfair, unreasonable with her. But now, she's really starting to, kind of like a football game, she's closing in on scoring a touchdown after a long drive down the field. And she's ready to put that in the end zone, broken Baker, or kicking the soccer ball into the net. I'm not sure how familiar you are with American football, sir. I'm sure you are.
Well, I was about to say, this reminds me of a Super Bowl where the scrappy underdog team, New York Giants, were about to lose a game. And these bullies from Massachusetts were rushing poor little Eli Manning, and he just heaves it Hail Mary style, and they get the first down, and they go straight down to the end zone, do the little victory dance, and take ring number 2 away from, I don't know, what's his
ring number
his
4
name?
he was going for his 4th one in that one.
Tom Brandy or something. I don't know.
Tom Brady.
I don't think he really became much of a football player.
No, I never did much. He only won like 7 Super Bowls. It's
who's
not
counting?
that big a deal.
They compare him to a farm animal all the time. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Coming to us between Zion and the Matrix is the glare.
I will.
What's up?
Welcome.
How's it
Thank you
going?
for coming. Yes, it's
No
going
problem.
good. We are talking about how things have progressed, but also at this, to this date, she still has not seen her child, and
Wow.
frustrating. Yeah.
So that last hearing was a little over my head. What actually happened at that hearing? Like, what was decided?
So
Vacancies.
Yeah, they vacated the 209. So basically he agreed and all parties agreed she is no longer a threat or a danger to her child or Justin.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So at this point, right, there is literally nothing preventing her from seeing her child.
Except
but yet
Justin.
she hasn't. The alien. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. And I think Emily is here. Go ahead, continue.
To be fair, they have to go to family court and set up those because she's gonna get supervised visitation. So
not anymore. Nope.
Didn't I think they agreed that 5-hour meeting was what they were supposed to do?
Yeah, they so they
Emily the
vacated.
criminal.
Don't get me started, Baker.
Lauren, just so you know, you have 4 guests that are all going to be sued for defamation. Just so you know,
all of us.
Oh, I'm fine with that because it's not going anywhere.
I'm on no list.
Dreamer. That's not happening.
No, this weekend has not been good for my mental health. But Baker, the story, and I'm like not even joking about that.
It's been great for mine. It's been fantastic.
The story that you were just telling about Kelsey and Courtney and like the internet's reaction to that picture it just sums up like all of this. It's like there are actually bad people in the world. Like people even worse than Justin. Like there are really truly like disgusting scum of the earth, horrible people. I'm not one of them. Kelsey is not one of them. And the fact that there is like an entire corner of the internet right now that is like threatening me, attacking Kelsey for just living her. She has been through so much. Like, just let this girl live her life. Yeah. And also, is my internet bad again? I'm like fighting with my internet. Okay.
Doesn't seem like it. Yeah.
But the thing is, again, you can understand why Justin would make a stink about something. Emotions, babies, blah blah blah.
And I don't mean that to defend Justin at all.
No, I know.
I think he's among the bad ones, but
again, that's the thing I don't get. Why are you so invested in Kelsey and Justin? You are like, oh, well, I hope she never gets her baby back. Why would you ever say that?
That's what I mean. Yes. Yeah. It's like they're like, why don't you guys all move on now to a new person that is like there are like actually bad people that they can like latch onto and they can say all the horrible things that they want about that person and like mean it. Like there are people that you could say like all the evil things that are bubbling up inside of you that you want to get out online, and then other people will actually like have your back and be like, yeah, that like child molester deserves the wrath that you're throwing at them. Like, it's not me, it's not Kelsey, it's not
exactly. And it's just like, what kind of life do you have where you're basing your opinions just because someone felt one way about one case, and now you're just attacking some poor woman who like we feel strongly about? Like, really? Get a life. Like,
right. Exactly.
And Maz, I'm trying to pin this thing, and for some reason it's not letting me do it on my computer or my phone.
You're gonna have to go to YouTube, the actual YouTube, the link itself.
Yeah.
Then that's how you have to pin it. They won't let you pin it through StreamYard.
And when you say YouTube link, what do you mean exactly?
Just go to go like you're watching this on YouTube, and then like click on, since you're the owner of the channel, just click on the comment that you want pinned, and then it'll give you the option to pin it.
Okay.
I'm gonna put
also, Lauren, once you're there, you can
link.
also gift people your memberships. You can gift 10 memberships a month from that same place once you're there, because I always forget to go there. And when I'm there,
if you're doing it from your computer, you can't do it from your phone. Not if you're on an iPhone.
Okay.
And you can't do it if you're a brand channel, because I don't get them.
But you can pin messages from your iPhone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do it on my phone, and then if I can't, I'll try.
Never mind.
I just put the link in the chat again once more for you. So it's
thank you so much. I'm gonna work on this while you guys chat.
All right, cool.
But I think can't managing mods do it as well? I'm not sure about that. but I think they can.
Oh,
Well, it's
yes.
good. I don't know if Mod's good.
I don't know.
I just
Mods
tried
can't
to, and I
can.
can't. But I'm not a managing.
Yeah.
Mod. I think I'm just
Even I don't think managing mods can even do it.
Oh, my mods.
That's why Cherry always yells at me and says, "Pin the link, asshole." And
Have you figured out that these people, they really want the wrenches so they just can yell at the creator? I found out that I have very few mods, but all of them yell at me, and I cry a lot. Hey,
Cherry's the only one
Blair
that
has
yells
been
at
in
me.
Blair has been in a very hostile host head mod partnership with Cherry for a long, long time. All because he accidentally called her strawberry or lime one day. You know, you gotta get the
man, how much time you got? Like, I don't even know how. Like, that's just that's always been our dynamic for good 5-6 years
Cherry.
now.
We love Cherry, Will, even if you don't.
No, she's fantastic.
Absolutely. All right, so the Give, Send, Go, ladies and gentlemen, is in the chat. We'll have that pinned in just a moment for you. And it looks like we got a very big donation just came in. Looks like a $100 donation just came in.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
To Anonymous, and thank you to Allison as well. $111 right now in so far. Very good.
Thank you, guys. Keep donating, and that's the thing. Like, that's what I've taken away from this last little bit. I know that we're at the point they can't stop her from seeing her baby, but at the same time, he is still like he could have agreed to it after court. He could have agreed to it the next day and the next day and the next day, and he hasn't. So I just think this is going to be a long, drawn out process, and it may not even be him. It might be his family. Who knows?
Well,
but
you still have the 209C in place. You have to remember that, and that also regulates the custody. So that's why I said that.
I feel like people were getting confused about that, though. Like, I can see children that I don't have custody over. Like, I was just at my neighbor's house spending time with her children. I don't have custody of them. I can see them.
Yeah.
Like, that is the difference between the custody agreement and like the restraining order. So now that the restraining order is lifted, she can still see her child, even if she hasn't been like negotiated custody yet.
Yes,
right.
And she doesn't have to do the supervised visits because the stuff was lifted over his house and his workplace, even though he doesn't work. So she can come to his house and see the baby, but it hasn't.
What makes me nervous is that I feel like, and I don't know this at all, I have no like basis of knowing this, but I worry that knowing kind of their track record, I'm worried that they're trying to like bait Kelsey into a situation where she's getting frustrated or baiting her into saying something that they can use against her. And like, I feel like she's smarter than that at this point. So I don't even know why they would be doing that. But I could see her saying like, Justin, like the court said, I'm allowed to see the child now. And he's like, blah, 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 whatever, kind of knows how to get under her skin and gets her to say like,
well, she should and could be doing the same. She should be doing the same thing. Like, if in my personal opinion, I feel like she should just be as difficult as it is, be patient. And all of this stuff, just make sure that every request to see the child is in writing. Make sure it's via email or via text message. Make sure it's all in writing so that receipts can collect. Because
they have that app, right
now that this has been there's that, but that's usually done through the court. But regardless, she has, as long as she requests via in writing that she could prove that she has requested, hey, I want to see my son. She could prove later on if he doesn't let her that he's the one alienating the child.
Right,
she is
right.
coming. She is requesting.
Great point.
Way he can't go to court in family court down the line and be like, she didn't even try to see her child. Right. It wasn't that I wouldn't let her. She wasn't even trying. So as long as she is emailing him and saying, hey, I really want to see my baby, and just being honest, but do it in writing.
Yeah.
Keep all communications in writing from here on out. I don't think they should be speaking on the phone at all.
Right.
If they have that family app that he was asking for, always say, hey, can we do it Saturdays? Can we get like 2 hours Saturdays, take a dog out for a walk and have the baby with us? And he can say no, because then you have it for court. because that's the sad part about custody battles. It's going to be hell, no matter, even if it was a good divorce. I love that they used, she hasn't seen the baby in 9 months. Why?
And if she's saying, and everything's reasonable, listen, type. I just want to see our baby in your house, whatever. Your parents could be there. I just 1 hour, anything. I just need to see the baby, and it's on your terms. I don't care. I just want to see the baby, and that way she's not trying to alienate him. She's saying I'm not
unintended on the alienate. Was it alienate? Was that unintended?
Yes. No. But she could keep, like, as long as she's also showing I'm willing. I'm not trying to keep the baby from him either. You know, right. I just want to be able to see the baby. He can do it on anything on your terms. It's fine. And if he refuses, then all of this stuff can be shown in court, and she's right. And it will show that he has no interest in keeping this family even remotely together, and even on a civil level, he's not willing to do that. He does not want to keep this. He was trying to keep this baby from their mother. And that's going to look real bad in family court.
And I think that's one of the important things that we also have to remember, because a lot of people were, now she's getting the baby. No, remember that baby has also made connections in those 9 months. The important part now is finding a solution that works for the baby.
Right.
All of this is for the baby.
Right.
Great point.
It's not about Justin. It's not about Kelsey. It's about the baby now. And yes, it won't be sunshine and rainbows every day. It will be days where she will be missing him. He will be missing him. But the most important, he will get both of them. And even though we all think Justin is a dirtbag, he's still the baby's father.
He deserves to have the fun, and it's up to Kelsey to decide. That's between them. That's not our place to decide who should be in this baby's life or not. So we all need to check ourselves, anybody who's sitting here deciding that in their own minds, because you don't know, and that's not your place. Kelsey could decide tomorrow, and everybody should be ready for that too. Kelsey could decide tomorrow that they're getting back together. What are you going to do about it? Right. What do you care? It's none of your business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
we're here to help. You know, we're here to raise funds and support her when she needs support, and anything other than 100%. That isn't our business. So
100%.
In the words of Ashley from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, just mind your business. Just mind your business.
Stay in your
I like that Gigi24 said I would meet at a public place like a park. Didn't go so great the last time they tried to do that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
You might have a little PTSD again, meeting at a park.
I was through this when I got divorced and started having we had supervised visits, which was just I went to her house and was with the kids for 5 hours or 4 hours and hung out with them, just so the kids could get used to, okay, dad is here and that's dad. And because we split up when my youngest was 3 months old. So of course we had to figure out how to make it work and make the kids safe with me and stuff like that. So we did that, and that's perfectly fine as long as you don't walk into a hostile environment. It also takes the grown-ups to be grown up.
Yes.
You don't badmouth the mom or the dad when you have the kid around. That's one of the things I hate when I've had friends who got a divorce where they're sitting there and badmouthing. You let them make a kid on you. You must have felt something for them at some point. So maybe don't use your kid.
Yeah, and it's just putting your child in a bad position to be talking about their parent, you know, around them. That's the place they should never have to choose or feel like that they should have to feel a certain way. That's just the only person you're hurting is your child with that.
Yeah.
Mazza, how are we looking on donations? I pinned the thing, so it's all pinned, guys. It's at the top of the chat here.
Bottom of the chat now.
Bottom of the chat.
I just went up again.
I don't know why they did that. Yeah, that annoys me. I like it at the top.
Yeah,
I'll drop that new total.
That is extreme.
Total $151.
Awesome. Also, our goal for right now is 1,000. So if and when we reach that, I have 4-week-old kittens that I will bring on. I know Mr. Monk's understudy wanted to see kittens, so keep those donations coming, and we will bring out the little itty bitty kittens.
So, Mr. Monk's understudy, ask and you shall receive.
Yes.
Oh, and can we say happy birthday to Mr. Goodman's Mr. Goodman? I saw they gifted a membership. Mr. Goodman has a
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I love the
Mr.
Goodman.
Goodman. Me too.
Aw, they're so sweet. Happy birthday. Thanks you for being
spending
here
your
on your
birthday with us and and supporting Kelsey on your birthday.
Yes.
Well, maybe he's out playing golf and she's at home angry. That's
true.
Oh, and I think that's what is irritating, because the child will need to be slowly integrated back into her life, and it's why are we waiting on that? That's going to take a minute, can we not get that going? I mean, I don't know, I'm very impatient, and I also feel like she's wrong, so
family court sucks like that.
Yeah. I am not the best one to weigh in on that, because I'm like, why has she not seen him yet? I feel like that's ridiculous, but I'm sure it's not out of the ordinary. But
in the grand scheme of things, it's going to work out for Kelsey and the baby.
Yes.
But it's a painful process.
Yes.
This is a kid that's now 14 months old. The kid's already had its first birthday party, and she couldn't even be a part of that birthday party, which is just horrible of it in itself. And this is again what's. I'm not sure if it was Nurse Kim that said this morning, but this is something I've said as well, and others. It's just the time loss is the biggest tragedy in all of this, and that's just what bothered me so much about it is this Kelsey has had her life stripped of her, but not only that, her right to be a mother, where she's been basically treated like an absolute savage human being, and a maniacal alcohol drinker, which is just ridiculous. So there was a post about her drinking wine. Someone was trying to insult Bradle online about that last night, and it's just why don't you just get off that? Why don't you just leave it alone? Go elsewhere. Get off. Stop. Get off the internet. Stop talking smack about people like Kelsey and her family. And I mean, this woman has been through absolute hell, and anybody that has anything negative to say about her should really, look at themselves and say, "Am I an asshole?" And the answer would be yes.
Yes,
because anybody that thinks anything negative about Kelsey Fitzsimmons, given what she's gone through, is one. And that's just the bottom line. And of course, the biggest one of them all is actually.
I concur with that diagnosis, Dr. Mass.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. This is what we've had to conclude here in this whole thing. And, Judge Kathleen McCarthy-Naiman, can't be said any further. The woman was the Antichrist in this whole story. She was the Wicked Witch of the West. And then basically Tim Bradle dropped the house in a tornado, and her legs rolled up and the ruby slippers won on Kelsey. So things worked favorably here in terms of her out of the picture, a new judge in the picture, and a bench trial that resulted in a great ending. So we're happy for her. And again, just the negative criticism online, just go away, leave it alone. Don't.
Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that sweet burn from Bradle?
Oh, he's been rolling them. I love it.
I didn't see it.
I think him and Yannetti really found out that you can have fun on Twit Sweat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay to cut loose once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't make you any less lawyery. You're fine. I promise. You'll be okay.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. My goodness.
Sometimes
is it the one and you are no Meredith O'Neill? Is that the response?
Right, yeah.
I didn't see that.
Sometimes these people need a good little ass tanning, dude. It's so good. It's all good.
Also, that entire thread that he responded to on my end just looks like this is from an account that you have blocked. Would you like to view it?
Same.
I like that part. Yeah, I always happen to view it because I'm like, wait a second, who is this from? Actually,
me too.
You kind of have to once you're like, okay, well, what was he saying that to?
Yes, I did the same thing.
I block like crazy online. Like as soon as I hear someone's like anti-Karen, anti whoever, I'm just like, yep, block. done.
Yeah, and then they'll always be like, Emily blocked me. And I'm like, that's kind of embarrassing that you're like bragging about that, like that I didn't like you. Like, I like most people. So if I didn't like you, like that's a little embarrassing that you're like bragging about it.
Yeah.
But I think they go around and they see it as oh, we got under their skin. No, you're just an idiot.
I just want to see you.
Yeah, exactly.
I've gotten into kind of a love-hate relationship with that Irish Colleen or whatever her name is, because she liked one of my posts and I was like, I think you're sick. Not, but I think you must have a fever. Something's wrong. You hit the wrong button or something. And then she liked another one. I was like, am I sick? Did I say
it's a fever dream, bro?
Yeah, and then she was back and calling me an idiot. I was like, oh, everything's we're not in Canton
Everything's
anymore.
right in the world again.
Yeah, physics still works. Okay, we're not
everything is balanced all over again.
Yeah,
exactly.
and then she, because she isn't the dumb one. She just say the dumb things that they have to say, but you can tell she's just going along because, hey, I want to make fetch happen. I want to be in the cool kids club, and I'm just snap out of it because you lose some friends along the way. We all have, especially me and Will have lost some good, well, Massa as well, some good friends along the way. But she will lose some of her friends. You don't have to watch Twisted Tragedies. I'll do it for you and make fun of her.
Right.
I think is it Untwisted now? Isn't it Untwisted? It used to be Twisted, now it's Untwisted.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It was like, but does it really matter? Twisted, untwisted, doesn't matter. Okay.
She had her background and it said Untwisted Tragedies. She misspelled it like Beaver said Garagos. I'm dyslexic and I could see there was a mistake in there. That's
But she's a lawyer, guys.
Almost. She's 1 point away from being a lawyer and a
an
movie
actress.
star.
Yes.
And a retired
everything I've ever known about her, I've learned from you. I've never actually watched or read or seen. I don't even know where to find her.
Yeah.
I just like
so
her
thank
makeup.
you, I think, or maybe not thank you.
She's funny, man.
Oh man.
Now they have
every
that
day
Monica
on X,
channel.
you kind of can be like Jerry Seinfeld. You're like, who are these people? Who are these people?
What's the deal with Twitter?
It's a TV reference, so I kind of get it.
I have never watched one episode of Seinfeld, so
wow.
Really?
You're missing out.
Oh.
Like that's totally your brand of humor too. Like,
no, it's too
really
American.
is.
It's too American. It's
really.
They tell the joke. They have to. It's kind of like watching.
Spell it out for us dummies.
Yeah, but it's the same as watching Big Bang Theory. They make sure they put the laugh track so you know, oh, that was a joke because you're sitting there thinking, was that funny? Oh, everyone else is laughing.
Oh no, yeah, I think you're just when you say it's too American, because I mean, it's pretty like I remember I had no interest in Seinfeld, and I was a teenager in the 90s, and then I happened to catch one episode, and before I was just like, this is just boring. Like, what what is this? This is just a bunch of weird people. Like a stand-up comedian who I don't even think is funny. And I didn't really, no. And then the Ass Man episode happened. The one with the with the license plate mix up and the shot, the move, right? Like all of these, and I died laughing throughout that whole episode. I was like, this is the funniest thing ever. And then I just got hooked. I started watching Seinfeld all the time. And then same with Curb Your Enthusiasm. I wasn't into it at all.
Right.
And then a buddy of mine at the tattoo shop brought some DVDs because just for something to watch in the tattoo shop on slow days. And I was like, oh my God, how did this go? How did this like go under my radar here? Like, this is amazing. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it was so funny when he tripped Shaquille O'Neal at the Lakers game.
Like
There's
the
so
thing
many
about
good
Larry David, the thing about Larry David is like he's usually right. That's the thing, is like I agree with them, but like it's like I get where people are coming from too. And it's really, that's what makes it so funny, because he's like, what was it that that Jeff Garland called him one time? A social assassin. He's a social assassin. I was like, yes. Yeah. Sorry, that's my rant.
If you want to, and this is probably too British for you. I don't know if you all know Ricky Gervais, but I don't know if you watched his shows. One of the best shows I think there is called Derek. It's about a guy who's a little bit of a simpleton who lives in a retirement home with the old people, and you're thinking, that's not a great show. It's probably the funniest TV I have ever watched. Just go and look at the outtakes. It's a little adult humor as well, so it's probably not for Emily. She's too young to watch it, but it's so amazing. And then he made another. He makes these couple of seasons where they follow a person, and they had a person, and it's the most horrible story. He lost his wife to the big sea, and he's massively depressed. And it's one of the funniest shows in history. He's just amazing. Watch Derek, and I can't even remember what the other one is, but it's very British, so it's kind of on the nose. The word cup gobbler is said in it, yes. So just be aware.
I mean, Cherry's British too, so you're not really selling me on this, because yeah,
she just yells. Yeah, it's the Afterlife. The Afterlife is that show, and it's just
amazing. I know the show you're talking about. Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. I know exactly the show you're talking about now.
Yeah, and you think this is going to be a massive depressive fest, and it's really beautiful. It's he has a demented dad, and the way he interacts, it's just a beautiful show. It makes me cry sometimes.
Oh, hi, Lori.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Lori.
Hello.
Hi, Lori.
Hello.
How are you?
Fantastic. How's
Good.
everybody doing?
Good. Happy birthday to your son. Did you have a good time?
Thank you. Yes, definitely.
Aw.
Yep.
What'd you guys do?
He lives in Boston, so we just spent the day with him up there and just went out to a lunch, and that was it. Just hung around. Not the great weather, not really a good weather day, but so yeah, no. But yeah, I was telling Lauren, my son is 28 today, and he was born 60 years different from my father, my same birthday. So he was born on my father's 60th birthday. My father's now passed, but yeah. So it's kind of cool.
It's also Mr. Goodman's birthday in the chat.
Yes.
Good birthday.
Happy birthday, Mr. Goodman. It seems to be a popular day for birthdays then. Oh, the cat's here already.
Yes, when she wants, and then she leaves.
Wasn't there a goal with the cat?
So yes,
$1,000 we get to see the kitties.
$1,000. I'll bring both of the 4-week-old kittens out. And they're getting so cute, and like personalities and all that. So
they're only 4 weeks.
Yes. Well, so one of the stray cats in the neighborhood decided that it wanted to live on my porch, and it's like the only one that's not feral. And so of course I started feeding it, and she's such a sweetheart. And she kind of let me know that she was gonna have them and wanted in. And I was like, you have to get in a crate, because I take her in every once in a while if it's cold.
Yeah.
Just so she's not out there in 30-degree weather. And so she jumped in the thing, and I was like, all right. I brought her in and put her away from my cats, because I'm like, I haven't taken her to get like any shots or anything. And she ended up having them in the little carrier that night.
Oh,
and
wow.
So they've been in my room, and I'm like, they're too tiny. I can't put them out there. Like, no. So now I have to find, homes for them and all of that. So
sure you do.
Yeah. I can't have any more.
They never found a home, so they just stayed here. It happens.
Con, no, she has not. Lori, speaking of this,
yes,
is this normal? Because I feel like I can't stand him. I just can't. So of course I'm like immediately like, why is he not letting her see him? But talk me off the ledge if I need to be.
Well, I mean, first of all, are you 100% sure, Lauren, that she hasn't?
Yeah.
So you've had communications?
Well, Gator Boy posted the update this morning, and so she has not seen him as of this morning.
I saw that like from the Justice for Kelsey. They posted it maybe like a couple of days ago. So if there's not an update between then and now.
Yeah, this morning
if you knew what the like communication was, like if she had attempted to, if they're like working out when it will happen or how it will happen, or if he's like not, if he's making it easy or hard for her, I think would make a difference on my opinion on that update.
So my last kind of communication, without disclosing too much, was that they are definitely working on that. And I do expect it probably is going to happen before the next court date. The next court date is April 28th. So that is something that is in the works, and getting rid of that restraining order was huge for being able to do all the communicating that they need to coordinate that. So I would be kind of surprised if it didn't happen before the court date. Because, you know,
and it is something you need to figure out. Like for people who are like, it does. I can get behind the idea that you don't want to just be like, okay, I'm coming over to Stowe. I'll be at your house. Like just because that order is lifted, like that is not a safe position for Kelsey to put herself in. So just because that like threshold has been lifted doesn't mean that that's what she should do. And I think that a lot of this is about figuring out what is a means of facilitating this that is safe for everybody involved, and like puts everybody in a state of like mental calm. I don't know what the correct word is. Like,
I mean,
hearing even how his mom is, like when she said, like, I got the text message and I threw the phone. Like, this isn't a woman that you want like on edge in this moment. So you kind of want to like, as much as it kind of sucks for Kelsey to have to like balance all of these things when really she's the one that everybody should be thinking about. Like it is in her best interest and her whole team side's best interest to like be mindful of how she's approaching this.
Right. And can you imagine being Kelsey right now? I mean, just because the court says you can contact Justin, you can go over to Justin's house. I mean, I would be really afraid to be doing any of that because, you know, everything.
I would have a GoPro on, you know, like,
well,
everything.
yeah, what I was actually going to say that. Stops. Yeah, no kidding, Will. I almost like would have some kind of agreement ahead of time because, you know, we can't, the wiretapping and all this nonsense, right? But almost to have an agreement that like all of our interactions, you know, for however long are going to be recorded, and, you know, so that there can't be any shenanigans with what's going on at the visits, and nobody can kind of say something that happened that didn't happen, you know, just like in the beginning. But I also think it probably makes sense for there to be someone with Kelsey, like whether it's her mom or stepdad.
Because it's one thing. It's one thing to let her see the baby, and all right, great. But then what's to stop this guy? And why would we think that he would do anything other than later on when there's a court, he'll say, oh, well, I invited her to come see the baby, and then she acted like this and said this and did this and then tore up my house and she was violent and blah, blah, blah. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, so, I mean, why would we believe that he would not try to pull something like that? So, of course,
this is an area
she should wear a body camera or bring somebody with her or both, you know, something.
Unfortunately, she doesn't have one of those from her time as a North Andover police officer.
But for the protection of both of them, really. I mean, I think that's what I'm saying. Like if you say they're communicating through the Family Wizard app, they can be sending messages. They're really easy to download the messages. Another reason why we like to recommend the Family Wizard app. But there's a couple of different ones, App Close, Family Wizard app. And you can, you know, I don't know, you have to think about it. Like it's different, like the instantaneous of like, I'm sending a text and like, I'm responding to a text. It's like, you know, in the moment, sometimes people don't stop to think about what they're going to do. But that's what I like about the app, because you kind of have to be a little bit more deliberate with it. You're opening up the app and then you say, you know, maybe by the time you get there, you realize it's also just not like a text exchange, and you kind of maybe monitor yourself a little bit more. But I do think that would make sense for her to, communicate with him when they do the first visit and for the foreseeable future, to just for the two of them and kind of put it in that way for both of our protections. I feel like any meeting and they can agree that they're going to keep it confidential unless it's going to court, you know what I mean? Unless it needs to be in the court. Like they're not going to, like, in other words, we're not going to be seeing the video of Kelsey visiting and, with Justin. Like they can agree to all of that. But I do think that there does have to be some protection. But I really do think I was so happy with how court went. I was really smiling from ear to ear. I mean, she could not have asked for a better outcome than that. It's way too risky to be going forward on a restraining order hearing. It's not that difficult to get them continued. It just has to show fear of imminent harm, like just fear of it. And like fear is an emotion, right? Fear is like your feeling. Like, how did you feel? Was it reasonable for you to be in fear based on some of the things that he was saying? And so for them, I thought it said a lot for them to basically be dismissing the restraining order. I mean, for the most part, the restraining order got vacated. That's basically
pretty much right. Yeah, that's how I'm taking it. I mean,
and the first time they were like grounded in reality, like they were actually like describing Kelsey in they were talking about that her as like a normal, like a regular person, and not like this phantom, like evil, like source of all the evil in the universe.
Right.
And that judge was just moving things along. She was just like,
right. And a lot of people criticized her in terms of like the not, they put the provision in originally that the restraining order was going to stay in place. Only the no abuse part, because that's all that's left is Kelsey agrees that she's not going to abuse Justin. I'm sure that she doesn't have any problem agreeing.
And her watching.
Like nobody should be abusing anybody, So I think, they kept that part in, and then the intention, probably because they had to give him something, you know what I mean? And that is like that part on restraining orders. Like sometimes I'll have parties that have mutual restraining orders and we leave that part in place, even though we vacate the rest of it. Cause it's like, it's kind of like, okay, it's no brainer. Nobody's going to abuse each other. Like, can we just do that? We're not going to worry about distances and going to somebody's, by somebody's house or running into somebody at the Target or whatever. So, cause those are the things that get tricky, like when you think about Aiden's case and being at court and with Lindsay and, it's like
walking around with the restraining order.
Yes. And it's like, you don't know, like if there are going to be just times where you're just crossing past and you don't even realize that you're doing that, So
I feel like that's why the app is good too, because then you can have their number blocked, because like as a serial butt dialer that actually butt dials people and leaves messages and it's weird and not butt dial hangups like that happened in Canton.
No.
I would be nervous about like accidentally, like then you can just have their number blocked and use the app, and that's that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like I said, it's definitely a more deliberate thing. You're not just going to be like, okay, I just am pissed off about something. And, when you think about it, it does take a lot of restraint, because Kelsey has been through a lot. And I can totally relate to her being completely pissed off about everything that she went through and not being able to see her son. So I give her a lot of credit, to even be working through all of this. But I was really happy with what happened. And back to what the judge was saying, like the parties agreed that, the only thing that was left is a no abuse order. And they agreed that it was going to be vacated in 90 days without even really having to go back. And let's be honest, I mean, unless, of course, Kelsey abuses Justin, which we know is not going to happen. So
a no abuse order is just kind of the law in general.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Kind of the norm.
Don't
exactly.
break
And there's
the law
nothing
that like already exists.
Right. And none of it prevents either one of them from going and filling out another restraining order if there's cause for there to be one. It's just in terms of this one. Okay, I agree not to abuse them. But I wasn't surprised, because I'm dealing with restraining orders. The courts do take them very, very seriously, just like the judge had said. And they generally don't want a situation where something is just going to lapse and it's not done in writing. So like the next time they go in. It's more just for the protection too of the court and for everybody's understanding that it's now vacated, to have like a date that you're going to go in and have that taken off completely. So that didn't surprise me. I did see a little bit of hate online about that and thinking the judge was being favorable to Justin. But I mean, Justin and his attorney already agreed. They agreed that that could come off. And then the judge was like, well, no, come back and we'll if you guys want it vacated at that point, we'll do a vacate order. But I feel like that little, just that no abuse staying on there was the one little nugget that they agreed to give to Justin, because they got rid of everything else, and everything else was just so positive for her. But felt.
Lori, like, isn't that telling in itself though, that he agreed to all of that? The fact that she's no longer like a danger to the baby, all of this stuff. I mean, to me, that's just very telling, like that he was willing to just completely drop all of that.
Oh yeah, it's huge. I mean, it really is. And we don't know what discussions were had behind closed doors, you know.
Hi, Drago.
He's like, that's not where you want to stop there, Drago. Back up.
Veda says hi.
Very cute. Yeah, so I agree with you, Lauren. Definitely. That was that's just.
Are you good?
Oh,
he's like, I would like some fancy feast, Will. Fancy feast. We want it now.
So cute. Anyway, so I was happy with that. We don't know what's happening behind closed doors. I mean, but for him to concede on all of those things at the not that long after he filed that like 38 pages of nonsense, and then to be coming in there and being like, okay, fine, we don't need to have any of these provisions in place, the no contact's gone, all that stuff's gone. It's like, okay, I think he had some concerns about what might be coming out. And so, if I was her attorney, because you never know what's going to happen, and I might have some concerns too. And if the only concession is I need to leave in the no abuse order, I mean, that's a no-brainer. I mean, that's really not.
A little shaken, not stirred, when Michael Bryan of Justice Served asked him a question about how excessive the visitation for Kelsey was heading into court this past week. He didn't really want to answer that question. I know Mike's an intimidating guy, but he just walked on. I'm shocked he actually didn't trip going up the stairs.
That's what I thought.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Can I just say that he seemed really, really uncomfortable in court.
Yes.
He was very, again.
Yes. I would be uncomfortable wearing that tie too.
Yeah, but
and you have a lot of experience with the ties, Em, so I can see.
But that is never what Emily would wear.
But just seeing him, the way he was just sitting there, and nothing happened the entire time. The law girls, not attorneys, was filming him. He was just.
He didn't look right to me. I mean, I don't have any inside information about that, but I did find his affect to be off.
There wasn't
somebody on Twitter tagged Bay Harbor Beauty and said, "Do you have a self tanner that Justin can use?"
No way, that's hilarious.
That's funny.
He was a little bit pasty.
He looked very sickly.
Yes.
Wow. He kind of looked like someone who might have used to have something, and then he doesn't have that anymore, and his body really liked having that in his body, and now he doesn't have that, and then his body is kind of going, "Give it to me." So he's just sitting there thinking, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. It's I did jury duty once with a girl like that. She was just, you could see she was sticking her nails into the table just. And then we had a lunch break, and she didn't really come back from the bathroom. They knocked on the door a couple of times, and then she came back, and she was.
Wow.
So she got over it really fast in the lunch break.
Well, he's not at the fire department anymore, so where is he going to get his table wine from?
Exactly.
Wow.
Cooking wine. Excuse me. Cooking wine.
Lauren,
it's getting close to 11 o'clock, so I'm going to...
Thank you for staying up with us, Baker. Thank you
so
much.
Hang with you cool people. And everyone, thank you for all you do, because you're amazing people. Chat's amazing people. And
You
How
are.
lucky Kelsey is that Massa made us know about her, and we do this Sunday after Sunday.
Thanks, Broken
Love
Breaker.
y'all. Bye, y'all.
Appreciate
Love
that.
you,
Thank you,
Baker.
All right, my
Broken
man.
Yeah.
Later, Baker.
Appreciate that. That's good
Baker,
stuff.
Broken
Well,
Baker,
thank God.
everyone. Go sub
Our
to
man
him
in
if you are
Denmark.
not already. Yes. He stayed up specifically late for us, so we are very thankful. So you, Lori, do you like Ulrich? As I know people were kind of wondering.
Right. So I don't have any experience in Essex County probate, as you know, because it's like very far away from where I am. My practice is mostly Plymouth and Bristol, and I have floated down to, as Will said, Barnes Table, and and I have went to Norfolk. I go to Norfolk sometimes, unfortunately, but from what I've seen,
The Viking lawyer.
Right. What I've seen, I don't have any problem. People got all worked up because she was the judge that issued the restraining order, and as a person that listened to the restraining order recording, she didn't do anything wrong. I mean, the law is the law, and she had to follow what she had before her. And you know, it's the law sucks. I mean, it basically sucks. And with what she had in that affidavit, you know, he was showing that he was in fear of harm, and he had specific incidents listed out and stuff like that. So she really didn't have any choice. But she conducted herself completely appropriately during that. And so I don't really have an issue with her, and I do not think the family does, and I do not think Julie Hess does. And it's a good move for Kelsey because it's closer to her home. It makes more sense really for it to be in Lawrence. That's why the original order was in Lawrence, because, you know, of course, Justin went to the court that was closest to where they lived. So, and went to Lawrence instead of going to Salem. And then it got assigned over to Salem based on like a docket number thing. But the judge did explain that it's just a redistricting on all the cases where they're trying to get it to be where people that live in a certain area go to a certain court. And that does kind of make sense, because we have that problem here in Bristol too. I mean, I'll have clients that live in like Attleboro and their cases being heard in New Bedford, and it's like almost an hour to get there. You know, it's ridiculous. So,
and then one more question about the guns, which is a good one, because I wondered this as well. And it seemed as though with the audio, there was a hot mic moment when you can hear Justin saying something about firearms to his attorney after that was said to him. So I wondered, is that something he will have to surrender and not be in the home with this order?
I don't remember that part. But did they say it was mutual, or they said, oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to surrender them, but he has to not have them in the house, right? Okay. So, however that would work. But you know, there's proper ways to be doing that too. You know what I mean? Transferring firearms and whatnot. But yeah, no, you said you heard that on a hot mic. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I rewound it a couple times.
Oh, really?
He took a second when the judge asked him, like, do you understand it was that specific point? And then he was just like, yes. And then after they sat down, he leaned over to his attorney, and then I heard firearms. So I think he was getting clarification on that, but it didn't look like the attorney, like he had the paper up, so I couldn't tell.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense though.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Next court date is when? What was it? The 28th. 28th. Okay. In April Lawrence, 28th. Everything's in Lawrence.
Yep. 10 o'clock in Lawrence. Yep.
Okay.
Courtney and Kelsey are watching right now, so if you guys want to throw some purple hearts in the chat for them, and
hi, ladies.
Hi guys.
Those donations to show them your support, that would be very helpful.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's on the 209C. Those are cross motions for temporary orders. Kelsey had already filed hers first, and then Justin's attorney filed that 38-page whatever. So both of those motions will be heard on April 28th, but I suspect that they're probably working on a stipulation, kind of like they had done before, you know, for this last court date. I do think that they're working together.
And do you think that she'll see the baby before the next court date so that Justin can say he's let her see the baby before the next court date, or for other reasons, Lori?
I'm just going from like, if Justin were my client,
Okay.
I definitely would be advising him to set something up. You know what I mean? To try to start something, whether it's in a public place or whatever, to meet and, just start having some small meetings. Cause you're absolutely right. It's like people that are saying, just give the baby back to Kelsey. I mean, that's not really what's in the best interest of the baby. Unfortunately, at this point, we need to kind of build back that relationship. And Kelsey doesn't want to be scaring him with stranger danger because he doesn't remember her, unfortunately. I mean, it's a sad thing to say, but it's the truth. But it won't take that long.
No, it won't.
Because he is still young, and just, having this person that he's going to know obviously loves him and wants to have fun with him and do things with him. Just like when you bring your kid to daycare or something, they get used to it, and then that person becomes their favorite person again. So but I think if it was me and I were Justin's attorney, I definitely would be working behind the scenes to try to see what we could get set up before we go back to court. Because I think that, it's clear that's the direction it's going in. Nobody's trying to say that Kelsey shouldn't see Caden at this point. So I would be working hard to make sure that happened before the next court date.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's nothing
$500. We get a $500 donation from Tortoise that just came in.
Wow.
On the GiveSendGo.
Nice.
Yeah, that's $811 raised so far.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
like
generous.
really brings us so much closer to seeing them kids.
I really love.
It
Can I
does.
read the quote? They included a quote from Maria Montessori in that donation, and I love this quote for a couple of reasons. I'll explain why in a second. But the quote says, "Children are human beings to whom respect is due, superior to us by reason of their innocence and of the greater possibilities of their future." And number one, I feel like that just sums up this whole idea of family court is putting the child first. The kid did nothing to be in this position, and it's on adults to respect that and honor that. And also Maria Montessori created the whole Montessori preschool educational movement, and the idea is that
is that where that word comes from?
yes,
The Montessori school.
Yes, and so
it'll say this is a Montessori school. I never knew. I was I just thought that was a religious thing or something.
No, so it's from this woman. I think she's Italian, Maria Montessori, and it's built on the kind of ideals that kids are real people, and kids are people who deserve respect, and that we should elevate them and treat them as the kind of people that we want them to grow into. And that, I mean, I could go on and on about how that relates to the philosophy of not putting crappy plastic toys in their preschool, but that's for a whole other thing. But I really do think that quote just sums up this idea that what we really want in this moment for Caden is for him to be honored by all the people in his life, his grandparents, who have been, orchestrating a lot of this, especially, and for them to really understand that when to want what's best for a child isn't always what's best in your mind for yourself, and putting that child's needs first takes a lot of responsibility. I don't know what the word, guts on your part. You need to humble yourself to the child, and to be able to see who he's going to be in the long term, and do what's best for him, for that, the future version of him.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And what quote are you looking at? Because mine just says live, laugh, love, and YOLO.
Mostly YOLO.
I
YOLO.
love that
Quote in
quote.
the
That's
chat,
amazing.
so you guys can read
Wow.
it.
That's a beautiful sentiment.
That
Thank
is
you
an
so
awesome
much.
quote. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that with
I
us.
take no
and-
credit for that. That's from Tortoise, from the $500 very generous donation on the GiveSendGo.
So awesome.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
Amazing.
Thank
Very
you.
cool.
This community is amazing. And I think for so many people, they're invested in this story, not just the criminal charges. Yes, that was the first step, but like they are invested, and that means all of it. And so we are here until Kelsey doesn't need us anymore. So thank you guys for showing so much support for her, and she and her family very much appreciates it. So it is very much appreciated, and it will be put to great use.
Definitely.
Somebody had put in the chat that Justin went back to work. We have any inside information on that? Because I have not heard
nothing on that at all. No, I haven't heard.
No, I was surprised I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know how accurate that is. So
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, to our chat, if you don't know something for a fact, if you do know something for a fact, cite your source, show us where we can go to reference that information to validate it. But yeah, I have not heard anything about it.
Yeah, that would shock me, like shock.
Yeah. But I mean,
I'm happy to see.
If he has, I'm sorry, if he has gone back to work, well, even all the more reason why Kelsey needs to get back in this baby's life, because, you know, why should he be with babysitters when Kelsey can have him?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I actually had a question for you, Lori. I don't know much about like the child custody, how that all works when there's an exchange of the child every couple of days or whatnot. Is there an opportunity for Kelsey to have someone on her behalf, like a parent or someone else, when a child, you know, is being exchanged from one possessor to the next? Can someone go on her behalf?
Yeah, I mean, sure. This actually, unless somebody was specifically excluded and isn't supposed to, we do that kind of stuff all the time. Because a lot of times, even with work schedules, you'll have a situation where it's like someone will drop a child off at a grandparent house, and then the other party can go and pick the child up from the grandparent. And there's literally no limit to what you can work out in terms of a parenting plan when it comes down to the parties cooperating and working together to do what works best for both of them and what their work schedules are and what the child's schedule is. And that's why the probate court really encourages the parties working together to come up with stipulations that will work best for them. If you're having the judge decide things for you, sometimes you get wonky orders that don't make any sense and don't work for what the schedules are. Like to say, oh, dad's going to have the child every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then you find out he works every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know, they don't want to get too involved in all the specifics of people's schedules. That's why it's really important to try to work out a parenting plan between the parties and the attorneys, because you'll be able to get it right, you know, rather than having the judge do something that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
In that agreement, is there, like, would Kelsey or, you know, even Justin, for example, have an opportunity to designate people that would exchange, you know, the child from one to the other? Like, say if she said, like, you know, both parents,
usually they would establish something like that. Sure.
So
I would assume so.
Yeah. I don't know much of it. It's not a territory for me. So
yeah, there's no reason why, you know, even though Kelsey's parents haven't been able to see Caden, there's no reason except for the fact that Justin hasn't allowed it. They're not, you know, they're not abusive. There's no allegation like that. And certainly when Kelsey sees Caden, she can totally let her parents see Caden. There's no reason. He really can't limit her being able to bring him places and see people and be with his relatives. And, you know, so and hopefully that's all going to start happening very soon.
Yeah, I think the best look for Kelsey to have going into family court is being able to show proof that she was doing everything to keep as many loved ones in Caden's life as she possibly can. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's, you know, and that includes his family too, you know? And it's a tough thing, man, because it's like, you know, you're going to have to sit there and deal with if he's going to be difficult, you know, but at the end of the day, this stuff is going to look good for her when it comes down to family court. It's just going to affect Caden in the process really poorly, you know?
Right. I think that they are starting to understand that because, I mean, basically that, you know, return date on the restraining order they ended up just folding, really. I mean, that because that was, you know, we were thinking we were going to have a full-blown hearing on that. And, you know, when they came back out and we're kind of like, this is dropped, that's dropped, vacating this, vacating that. It's like, whoa, okay.
That's why I was still kind of shaky on what happened there, because I was like, did I hear that correctly? Is that, I mean,
me too.
That's it, you know? Yeah. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, Lori, what will be happening on the 28th? Can you explain?
The 28th is the what we just dealt with was the restraining order, which is the Mass General Laws Chapter 209A. Okay. The day after Justin got that restraining order, if you remember, he filed the complaint on July 1st, and it was a complaint for custody, parenting time, and support. Okay. That's a complaint that was filed pursuant to Mass General Laws Chapter 209C, which is our statute in Massachusetts that deals with unwed children. Okay. So that you have children from a couple that's not married. And there's two different types of complaints. One would be a complaint for paternity if the paternity wasn't already acknowledged. And the other one is this complaint that Justin filed because he had already acknowledged paternity on the birth record and he's listed as dad on the birth record. So you don't have to go through the paternity proceeding. So when he did that, they did end up going to court on that, on a motion for temporary orders. I believe it was in maybe September. It was after Kelsey was back in jail. So they had the motion hearing, and because Kelsey was in jail, the order issued. It was a stipulated agreement that becomes a court order. Anytime the parties agree to things, the judge will sign off on it if she thinks it's fair and reasonable, and it becomes a court order. So just because it's an agreement of the parties, it still has the same weight as if the judge ordered it. So the judge, the parties came to a stipulation that Justin would have sole legal and physical custody, and that Kelsey wouldn't have parenting time, mainly because she was in jail, so that she couldn't, you know. So now, obviously, change in circumstance. Anytime you have a change in circumstance, you can go back and you can ask the court, you know, for further orders. So now Kelsey filed a further temporary order saying, oh, now I'm not in jail anymore. I'm found not guilty, and now I can go in and ask for legal custody and ask for a parenting plan in terms of parenting time. So that motion, Kelsey scheduled, it was supposed to be on the 23rd, but then because it's being moved to Lawrence with Judge Ulwick, it's, you know, that's on for that date. Anytime the other side also wants to be heard on certain issues, they have to file their own motion. So that's why Justin then filed that motion. I saw a lot of like chatter online about, well, Kelsey's attorney didn't respond to Justin's motion yet, and she has this much time to do that. I mean, she can respond to it, but she doesn't have to, because she already has her motion there and it's pending, and she's already put together what I like to call the wish list. You know, the motion is just a wish list. And that was being confused a lot online too, where people were like, how can Justin get this? And how can he get that? He may not get any of it. It's just what Justin's asking for. It doesn't mean he's going to get it, you know. And Kelsey had things in her motion that she's asking for. So both of those motions are on for hearing, but I suspect that the parties will probably stipulate to a lot of things that the court won't even need to hear. If there's, you can stipulate to everything. You can stipulate to some things. You can stipulate to nothing. The court definitely wants to see some agreements, though. Like, you know, there should be a way that they're kind of agreeing on some things. And then whatever they can't agree on, the judge will hear. And most of that, because I did not see, this is important, I did not see a request for an evidentiary hearing with those motions. And if you're going forward on a motion hearing in probate and family court, you're not going to get an evidentiary hearing, meaning calling witnesses and having them come and testify, unless you've actually asked the court for it, because it's a whole separate kind of proceeding. It takes more time. So the court wants to make sure that that's, you know, allowed ahead of time. So you're probably not going to see that, because I definitely didn't see a request for that. So what's going to happen is anything that isn't agreed to is going to be argued before the judge by representation of counsel. Their attorneys will basically present the cases to the court. The parties are sworn in, so the judge can ask questions of the parties, and they're under oath. But you're not going to probably see like people testifying.
Okay. And
if
then
Kelsey's ever having a bad day, she should just go through some of the chat replays of these fundraisers and read some of the comments that people make in them, because you guys are so funny. Like,
I just started laughing. I just read the one that says Justin wants to stipulate a lot of weed.
He was going through withdrawal from his cooking line.
No comment.
Or he's sitting there explaining all of this.
Next time she's having one of those nights where she's like so mad at him and like can't see straight, like just open up the chat replay of any of these fundraisers and you'll feel better.
So funny.
The level of comedy knows no bounds.
yes.
Like, you have to laugh sometimes, which the like
just play the
corner of
tripping video.
internet- Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I made Melanie Little a new intro to her show, and I added that in.
Yes, I loved that.
I saw that. Yeah.
It was perfect.
You should add a little bit of DMX. I'm tripping. I'm falling. I can't get it. I got to get it.
Do we know when the next fervent thing about Justin is coming out, Emily?
Let's find out.
We need to know.
Hold on, I'll call him right now.
Everyone on the fundraiser.
Tonight's show is sponsored by 1-800-COLLECT. Save your friend a buck or two, even though it's 2026 and not 1998.
Can
You know
we
what would have
talk
been funny? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead,
Would have been
Mark.
funny
No,
if Michael Bryan of Justice Servant said to him on the way into court, "Careful, sir, mind your step."
Yes.
I know.
That'd have been great.
Oh my gosh.
Can we talk about Gray, Chief
Sure.
Gray?
Love
How
to.
in the world, Emily? Yes.
Someone in the chat had a fun. The chat is so funny. Somebody said Chief Gray and Justin's tea time got rained out today.
I did see that one too.
Yeah, sorry. Let's talk seriously.
No, don't be. That's insane. And can any how? I don't know how. We don't have select boards down here, so I don't know how that works with Massachusetts for them to have like a closed door meeting. But from what I hear, that's like very rare and like not super ethical. Can anyone weigh
There was
in?
there was a lot of controversy about that, especially from some of the folks that are on the Facebook group about that. But hey, eventually they're gonna have to come publicly with all this, anyways. The paid leave is pretty controversial right now. He's just like, hey, I'll take the summer off. You guys can pay me whatever. I thought that was a little bit. I mean, let's put it this way. I mean, whether we like it or not, whether we agree, disagree with it, or whatnot, this guy he's another Chief Helena Rafferty in the making, which basically means his time as chief of police he's probably worked his last shift, whatever that last shift was. He's out of there. He's going to be on his way out. This town's never going to be able to put him out there again. If you're chief of police and you're on leave, I don't care if it's paid or not. That's a really bad look. No confidence from two unions. Obviously came out. This guy.
I mean, the fact that people were talking bad about him to the point that like Lauren could overhear, they were just so openly talking bad about him, says everything.
Yeah, his own deputies. Like, I was shocked. Honestly, I didn't know how they felt about him. I figured like the boys club, maybe they're all kind of buddies, but it does not appear that is the case.
Just the video too of him and Noonan that surfaced as well recently outside the home. This is it's a horrible look, and at the end of the day, this department served an RO in the most abysmal fashion ever possibly seen in the history of policing, at least within the United States of America. This ruined look, like I said before, and I'll say it again, all they had to do is come forward and say, hey, Noonan messed up. That's basically what it boils down to here. We had an officer that made a grave mistake. He misjudged the situation, but instead they decided to put this on Kelsey to have a lot of liability in terms of criminal liability for this. And then at the same particular time, this has resulted in Kelsey Fitzsimmons not only getting shot, but going to jail, and has also caused her great difficulty in seeing her child. All because they couldn't carry it out. Now, while some people might say Kelsey did this, Kelsey did that, fine, but it's still, they didn't secure any firearms in the house first. They didn't secure the scene first. They didn't carry this whole thing out correctly. You had a woman that had postpartum depression, as it turned out, and they should have secured those firearms. They messed up, and no matter what they argue, they should have secured the firearms first. They didn't do that. Mm-hmm. And whatever happens from that point on, there's a degree of reflection upon that police department. And then this police department goes and decides, hey, you know what? Let's do what they did to Karen Reed. And I'm not saying that this was inspired by that, but I'm just saying basically that's what they did. They pinned it on the girl. They did. And they basically said, well, just let her take the fall. And the thing is, I think they truly believed she wasn't going to survive when they did this. And lo and behold, God had other plans, and plans that were exactly what we'd all love to see. That Kelsey survived. She made a full recovery. She was back. She was able to speak for herself. And that was very powerful. I'm thankful to God for that he protected her in that set of circumstances. This department royally screwed up. And in this situation, there should be resignations. And this chief should have resigned a long time ago, but he's not, because they're always going to try to fight their way through it and try to be like, well, it's whatever. But, you guys did stick up for Noonan. You did. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. I don't, them telling me or them arguing, well, Noonan told us a fake story. You're not pinning it on Noonan now. You guys are not in any way, shape, or form going to say, well, Noonan said this. No. You're not even going to stick this all on him. Your whole department
can't pin it on Noonan. He's not a girl.
Right.
Exactly. Well
said,
Emily.
he should be fired, and he's not.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if she's found not guilty, that means that the shooting was no good.
Yeah.
So where's the reprimand on Noonan now?
Well, I did. I'm sure you guys saw the presentment letter that Attorney Bradel had filed with the town. It's a prerequisite before you're going to, file any kind of lawsuits, and that is a big part of it. That just not even the shooting itself, but the complete lack of procedural competence in serving that order, and none of that should have happened the way it happened. None of it, and I don't see how he can't prove that. I mean, it's almost like that. It's so obvious that it was all botched. And if it wasn't botched, none of this would have happened.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
I mean, the foundation of it was botched. There was no solid foundation to build. Like, what they were building off of, it was bound to fall apart. You don't have the petitioner of the restraining order show up to execute the restraining order. That's insane.
It's insane.
She told us the firearms were in the basement. Well, let me ask you this question. Did you check in the basement to verify that they were where she said they were?
No.
Right. Because people don't lie to the police every day.
Right.
That's the point. And I will die on the hill, similar to Will with the shoe hill. I will die on the hill.
I'm still alive.
Yes.
Okay. That means that the shoe is still a thing.
He's right there.
He was the thing.
Yeah. So,
when we get sued, we'll just add it to our discovery.
That's
yes.
And if anyone of us gets sued, not you, we'll put it on our request.
I'm telling you,
Noonan had the gloves on. Therefore, he even testified in court. He had the gloves on to not get fingerprints on the weapon. It was his job to go in and do that. He failed. He should lose his job for that. They quite literally put that gun in Kelsey's hands. Yeah. They did. They did. And I believe that all of the officers that were there that day, especially Daly, he was in charge of the whole thing. He was the one that was facilitating all of this, getting everyone there. And I mean, did he assign Noonan that position to get the firearms? I don't know, but he especially has responsibility as a senior officer, the one that was kind of pretty much calling the shots at that scene. So sorry, he needs to go too. Like, there's real big issues here.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, there's definitely, the whole thing was botched. Like, it makes absolutely no sense at all that this person should. I'm having a really hard time wrapping my head around the fact that this is okay. This is a service issued weapon. This is a police issued service weapon. And they're showing up to literally take this thing away and her baby. And she was just on leave for postpartum depression. So this right there, just right off the bat, it tells me that I don't know what that is. That's not okay.
Sorry.
That
I was
tells
telling
me,
Fervent to give us a release time and date for Trippin' Like Justin.
Yes.
Okay. It tells me that they didn't have any plan in place at all. I mean, like, how is it
be
not
procedures already in place for this
well,
stuff? You know, I mean, that's the
right.
thing. It's crazy.
Is the whole point not to make sure that you execute something? If it's police doing it, isn't the idea to make sure that all dangers are circumvented before? You know what I mean? So if you're showing up to take a cop's gun away, shouldn't that be the first thing that you do?
Absolutely.
Like the very first thing.
I believe it was Daly that testified that they were actually trying to look around the house while they were walking around the house for any potential weapons. Well, why
the knives? They were worked up about the kitchen knives.
Oh,
yeah.
In the kitchen. How dare there be knives there?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But was just saying, like, they were supposed to take them as part of the restraining order. So it's not even like just a preventative, like, let me like secure the scene for the danger. It's like you have like a treasure hunt list of things that you're supposed to get. You have to get a baby, you have to get the guns. There's a real list of like you have to take Kelsey's entire life away. And if the guns are on the list and you asked her where are the guns and she says they're in the basement, you say like, great, I'm going to head down to the basement where there's nobody there right now so that I can go secure one of the things on my checklist and check it off the list.
It's just real simple. It doesn't even require training, just simple common sense.
That's right.
Like, okay, Kelsey, we're here. Unfortunately, so we're just gonna have you stand outside while we go inside and look for any weapons. You know how this goes. You're a police officer. You get it. Like, none of this was done. Like, they didn't even try to like. You know what I mean? It's procedure. Just hang out outside here with us for a little while, and while they go in there and just search for weapons. Can you tell us where the gun is? The service weapon that you were assigned. Can you tell us where that is? You know, none of this was done. All of this could have been avoided had they just simply done that.
Yep.
Absolutely. Why didn't they ask Justin where the guns were?
Yeah.
Justin knew where the guns were.
They let him go in the basement with supposedly where the guns were. I mean, like
and that. Noonan left the room upstairs without even, without her even, leaving her alone, which presented a, potential change of circumstances. And you just don't walk in the house and say, big gulps, huh? Well, see you later, as it pertains to firearms. I mean, come on. Emily got that reference, and I'm proud of you, Emily.
That was a good one. And they literally did that. That is exactly what they did. It is so fitting. I mean, what an absolute shit show this was. Like, shame on them. And like, it's for their safety too. Like, that is, what are you doing? You're not protecting yourself or your fellow officers. You're certainly not protecting anyone in the home. That is the first and foremost thing you do. That it's mind blowing. And for that reason alone, they should not. This resulted in a officer involved shooting, and she's lucky to be alive. They should be gone. They should lose their jobs.
They quite literally let the guy with the restraining order on her into the home, and the guy with the restraining order on her quite literally walked in that house. The level of just insanity. Right.
He should have never even been there.
Right.
Agreed.
And how is that supposed to play out? They said Justin wanted to get the suitcase, if you believe him, which we don't, for clothes, right? To put clothes in there. His clothes are upstairs. So they were going to let him up into the little itty bitty upstairs area with Kelsey. I mean, the whole thing is just an absolute circus.
Yeah. That is going to be a big part of the civil suit, though. I mean, it was just so botched. And just their lack of training, their lack of professionalism. What kind of training do they get for this? I mean, you'd swear it was the first time any of them were ever serving a restraining order.
Right.
Craziness.
And who is it? Daily. He teaches this. I was told he literally teaches new recruits.
Great. Yeah. Right.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, not to do things.
30 minutes since our last donation, guys, and we're very, very close to the goal of 1K. Then we will see kittens. Okay, like very
Come
cute
on,
little
people.
yes, 4-week-old kittens. So we're almost there.
I have exciting
also
news.
to make up for my root. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sure it's not
that exciting news.
No, I was thinking about the kittens, and I just want to let everybody know that I am now the proud great grandmother of 8 baby lambs. And
have you seen them and got to cuddle them yet?
No, Thursday. I'm going with my daughter lives in Vermont, so I'm going up on Thursday, and she has. By the time I get there, we'll have 10 or 11 baby lambs because there's one sheep that's still pregnant and hasn't delivered yet, but it will be before we get there. So, yep. So I'm so excited.
I want pictures.
Wait, they're gonna be all like topply when they like can't walk yet, and they like walk a little, and then they're like,
Justin.
Like two of them were just born yesterday. The other ones were born like within the past week. So they'll be like at that really cute age when I get there, like all fluffed out and stuff. They're so cute. I'm going to post pictures, but they're really, really cute. But I hate to say it, but she's going to eat them. So don't tell anybody.
Oh yeah. That was, I was like, well, I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Yes,
all the lambs are going to die.
the circle of life.
Yeah, she used to work on a sheep farm, and my daughter's a veterinarian, so she used to work she went to vet school in Ireland.
Not a vegetarian.
Not a vegetarian, definitely not. But but it's funny because my son is a vegetarian. But she went to vet school in Ireland, and obviously it's a lot of sheep in Ireland. So she's really likes the sheep. There was one of the sheep that was born on this farm when she was in Ireland. She used to do like the lambing season, and the farm had like thousands of sheep. So I mean, like 3,000 lambs would be born within. It was like a massive amount of lambs being born. And the guy used to let her always pick one that he wouldn't slaughter, and that he would keep that one if it was a girl, because she's going to produce again, and she would name them, and one of them she named Clarice. Which I love that. But
a
anyway.
movie reference, I know.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yes. But yes, she's kind of
Hello,
like
Clarice.
gonna eat them. And she also has calves.
I don't get it. I'm just kidding. No.
And she's
I can't explain it.
Come on, Will.
She's like, oh, this is the last
every
time.
movie, just like I do.
This is the last time you're gonna see. She has a cow, a baby calf. I mean, it's probably closer to a year old now. And she says, "Oh, this is the last time you're gonna see Brisket Betty." That's the name of the calf, Brisket Betty. It's like, "This is the last time you're gonna see Brisket Betty." I'm like, "Oh, really?" And she's like, "Yeah, going to slaughter in May." I'm like, "Nice, okay, thanks."
Nice. Can you still hear them, Clarice? Can you hear the lambs? Are they still screaming?
Stop.
Quick pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
Quick pro quo.
So that good news took a turn.
Yes.
I also have good news. Let's see where we can take this one. Irvin says that Trippin' Like Justin will be released on Saturday.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I'm so here for it. The last one they had was it's so good. So I am very excited for that.
That'll be right in time for court.
Tripping.
Leslie, you haven't been blocked. I see you here, and we don't block people unless
we love Leslie.
Crazy. So
that shows that right there that you're not blocked. That it's like highlighted.
You're good.
Can see it.
I accidentally blocked Emily C. It was not you, Leslie, so it's okay.
You know what you look like to me, Leslie? You look like
I found out from that it actually tells you when you're blocked, because like I went to respond and it was like, you've been blocked, and I was like, oh, okay.
I was like, oh no, that was quite a debacle, but we're good. We got everything.
Yeah. Can I show you guys my disco duck?
Please.
Yes.
Ooh.
Get out. He's so cute.
So me, Fervent, and Trial Channel decided we have a little gang sign, the three of us, and it's a little disco ball. And it's like whenever we're in the same chat, we do like the disco ball emoji. And then that's like how we say hi. It's not really a gang. And then I saw this disco duck.
He's great. He's fantastic.
That thing's awesome.
Is it like holographic or is it just like silvery? I can't tell.
It looks like a globe, like one of the, the snow globes.
It's like a real disco ball. And it just has its head up so proud.
You know what you look like to me with your good
my
duck
new
and your
favorite
choo-choo.
thing.
Just don't go into Canton with that.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere near Canton right now. Apparently, I'm the talk of the town over there, and I'm sick
wow.
of it already.
Can you imagine that? Emily C being the talk of the town for nefarious reasons? Like, what are we doing? Oh.
Yeah. I'm just going to stay home with my disco duck and keep to myself until they find somebody new to pick on.
Oh my God.
But they won't stop picking on you just because they found somebody new.
Come on, let me dream.
Yeah, I mean, did you guys see that comment from Bradle?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about them before.
It was so funny. And then, like, of course, I reposted it, and oh my God, the amount of comments that I got from people, like, oh, how dare you as a lawyer? Like, apparently, if you're a lawyer, you're not supposed to have a sense of humor at all. Like, do that. It's like, I'm just supposed to always be, it's like, I'm not a nun. I mean, it's like,
we love it. We love spicy lawyers on Twitter.
Yeah, it's so
more spicy from the lawyers on Twitter. We want it.
They're always threatening to report me to the BBO. It's like, why? Because I have an opinion on something?
Right.
It's so dumb.
I mean, the whole, like the Testify campaign put out like a video about me, and their whole argument about like why I'm so horrible is that when I was a kindergarten teacher, I taught my students about empathy, and now I make parody videos about court proceedings, and they don't feel like that's showing empathy to Jen McCabe.
Welcome to my world.
And so I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah.
And you can't make it up.
Oh
yeah,
God.
That's literally what their whole thing is that they're like, and in the comments they're always like, this less than empathetic person. I'm like, there are like descriptors that actually mean like an antonym of empathetic, but sure.
$104 away from kitties, folks.
$104.
Do it,
We
you
got this,
guys.
Come on. We got it. Yeah, everyone's like, empathy for Jen? Why would we do that?
Yeah.
Lori doesn't have a YouTube channel, maybe in the future, but follow her on Twitter because she's always putting out the stuff, and she's great. Lori, want to give your Twitter name?
Yeah, it's just Mullen Law at Lori Mullen Esquire at ESQ. Lori Mullen ESQ. Mullen Law. At Lori Mullen ESQ.
I didn't want to mess it up.
And I have a YouTube channel, I guess. I just don't do anything on it. I don't know. Like, no.
Oh, you do? Okay.
There's always a time to grift.
Feel free to give it out.
I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, but I mean, I think it's under Mullen Law. I just like don't have any subscribers because I don't really think anybody would want to follow me because there's literally nothing there. Zero.
Oh, they would. They would. Well, if you change your mind, we will.
I mean, if you want to send me donations for no reason, like, whatever. I don't even know how it works, but I'm new to all of this stuff. Even X, it's like, like I'm not even like probably less than a year ago, maybe September, I like literally had 5 followers on X. Like I just, I used to just go on X, just see what everybody else was doing. So, but started commenting on a couple of things. And then the next thing you know, here I am on your show. Right.
Well, I just got tagged in a nice new post from a llama that is about me and you. Me and you are delusional and unhinged.
Ooh. Wait, who? You and who?
me and Will are delusional and unhinged because
I mean,
wanted discovery on the shoe and I wanted
me.
discovery on the rock. No,
we're unhinged.
Yeah, we're unhinged, delusional and unhinged.
I suggest you get out of your house a little more if you think these two are unhinged. Like, there's a big world out there, guys. Like,
and I mean, and Mama Llama saying anybody's delusional, like. Yeah.
It's adorable.
It's rich. It's rich.
Like, it's adorable.
It is.
So
like, I love it.
It's craziness.
It's so funny. Like, who would have thought that this would still be like, she was acquitted, guys. I don't know if you know. Okay. It's been a while now. It's time to move on. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
We're still
Right.
here.
I was just thinking about this the other day. I'm like, Kelsey Fitzsimmons, not only is the Karen Reed case come and gone, but Kelsey Fitzsimmons' trial has now come and gone, and she's acquitted. We're moving on to civil matters now, or family matters with Kelsey, and these people are still caught up like it's still an active trial. It's like, just, we need to move on. We need to move on. It's just Karen Reed's innocent. She's always been innocent. Karen's going to win her civil suits. Kelsey's going to win her civil suits and family matters. The end.
Yeah. And any dumb tweets are not going to age well for you. Like, just stop. Like,
yeah.
Oh my goodness, people are crazy. Guys, how are we looking? We still got about $100 left.
Yeah, no changes in the dollars yet. Let me tell you, we're refreshed. Nothing.
Want to get the
new.
kittens? We're so.
I got to jump off in about 8 minutes here.
Okay.
I'll send you the.
I got to as well soon.
I'll send you where we started and where we're at when I leave. And I'll give you the final Mazda total from the Mazda box.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, you got it.
I saw another question and I cannot find it now. Okay.
Rick D's.
Do the kittens have names, Lauren?
No, I'm trying not to do that. That's never a good idea because then I keep them.
That's right. That's what I told my daughter. That's what I told my daughter about the cows and the lambs. Like, I mean, don't give them names if you're going to eat them. That's weird.
Yes.
You know, but they have names, you know, like the boy cow is Veal Vinny and Brisket Betty.
I'm going to start naming my steak before I cook it just to see how it feels when I eat it.
Post it on Twitter. I'm sure they'll like that.
Let's see. Oh, you're red and the inside just the right amount there, Jim Bob. Delicious.
We'll show you unhinged.
Exactly.
Vinny's
Jim
for
Bob.
dinner tonight.
The last time someone tested me, I ate his liver with a
Vinny and
Gertrude.
Oh my gosh.
And a nice Chianti.
Having a friend for dinner. It's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hypocritical. Like, I mean, obviously I'm a meat eater and I'll go to the grocery store and buy steak and buy chicken and stuff, but it's something, I don't know. It's like, I don't want to eat Brisket Betty. Like,
yeah.
You know.
We just hit 1,000.
Oh, good.
Thanks to
Right.
Michelle Perry and the North Shore Nachos.
Oh, I love
nice.
the North Shore
Wow.
nachos.
Me
They're
too.
amazing. If you guys don't know the nachos, and I think they have a Facebook group now, right? Or did I dream that? Because I swear they do.
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like they do. I don't know. Put it in the chat if you do, because I feel like you do. And they're always raising money for everyone. Aiden, they raise a ton for Karen, now Kelsey, and they're just an awesome.
Yeah,
board.
they're really awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna go get the kittens. I'm gonna
$1 extra $1. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run to the restroom, so it might take
for
me.
good luck.
Yes, it might take me just a second, but I'll be ready.
Sure, no problem. Yes, North Shore Nacho Night's gonna be raising a lot of money for a lot of people, and that's what's so great about them is they just come together for causes and just find a way to, have a great night, have nachos, have a good time on a Monday night, but also raise money for a cause. And they do extremely well. That group. I wish I could go, but it's just so far on a Monday night for me. If it was like a Saturday night or a Sunday night, maybe a Friday night or a Saturday night, I could go. But just with the work week, it's like it's going to be too enduring to go We're happy to say to Massachusetts. Yeah.
What is the place called that they are usually at? It's the
JJ Grimsby's restaurant.
JJ Grimsby's.
Yeah.
They always seem to have a really good crowd, though. They seem to have a great time.
Yeah, but
In Stoneham.
Do they ever go out for cheeseburgers?
Yes,
and
Stoneham. I was actually off the StreamYard and I came back and I saw Will just up close, point blank to his camera, like,
hey. A little scary.
like,
what's Will doing with the glasses?
I love that about that movie. Like, she was into it. That was like the one person that hit on her, and she was like, "Oh, maybe." Like, he was like, "Cheeseburgers and beer." She was like, "Maybe." Are you hitting on me, doctor?
Oh, boy.
Don't they get together in like the last movie or the?
The one where Julianne Moore played him, right? Didn't that happen?
Yeah.
Hannibal,
Red
Hannibal,
Dragon or whatever it was called.
No, Red Dragon was
Hannibal,
one with
that's what
Edward
it's
Norton. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the books are excellent.
Yeah. That's right. It was Hannibal.
Yeah, and wasn't it was like Manhunter was like the TV movie or something like that.
They actually had a TV series and it was called Hannibal, I think.
I remember that. Yeah, I didn't watch it. I started to watch it, and then I was just like, "Why is there a slow motion kung fu scene between Morpheus and Hannibal Lecter?" And I was like, "I'm not into this." I was like, "This is ridiculous."
It was
like,
actually a really good series because the Will character, who was the detective, he was the main, kind of component in it, and he was a very complex character. But the guy that played Hannibal in the TV series was super creepy, like more creepy, if you can believe it, than I can't think of the guy.
I like that actor. I know who you're talking about.
Kitties.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh
Oh, wow.
Oh, they're so snuggly.
Give them to me.
Man, I can't.
This one.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oh, my God. He looks like my cat.
2 girls.
So cute.
This one.
Too cute.
That one is named Shadow.
This one is a little striped one, and he
Oh,
Hi,
so
Shadow.
a lot. That's Shadow, apparently. And then this one is solid black.
Oh my
There
god.
Oh.
Say hi.
Are they both? Are they girls?
Yeah, 2 girls.
Both girls.
Oh, I can't take it.
Oh.
Georgia and Shadow.
No, I was thinking if one was the boy, I was going to say call them Lawrence and Salem.
Oh, that's cute, actually.
Oh.
2 girls.
Oh,
They're
Salem is good for the black one. It's like the witchy one.
Yeah.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah. See, she's
we're
naming
keeping
them. She's
Salem.
keeping them. She's keeping them.
No, I cannot.
Oh, I don't know about that.
They're 4 weeks, so they are.
Oh, so little.
They're so cute.
Wow.
Little.
Is she
I'm not
a-
even a cat person, but kittens do it for me.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
I'm not a cat person either, but I wouldn't eat them.
Yes,
Just saying.
we won't eat
Well, that's
you.
good. That's reassuring. Thank
I
you.
draw the line at cats.
Don't F with cats.
Well, they're too bony,
Lori, we learn something new about you every week.
I don't eat cats. Yep. I do have limits.
Jackson and
Unity.
Uh-oh.
That's funny.
So cute.
Cute.
Oh, Kelsey and Karen.
Oh.
Oh,
That works.
and you have to keep them.
Is the mama a good mama?
Oh, she's the best. She's so smart. Like, she is so smart. She was just fine after, like, she gave birth to them. She was just up and at them, and she has. I go in there. She's taken over my room, like taken over it. And
I gotta go. I'm gonna jump off, guys.
Thank you so much, Mazda.
Later,
Have a
Mazda.
good-
Kelsey, it's free. It's $1,026 right now, and I sent you the original total at the beginning of the show. All you do is take the current total, subtract that from the original total, and you got your donation tracker total.
Thank you so much, Maza.
You got it. 1,026 is where we're at. Thank you guys. Have a great night, and take care
Later,
of yourselves.
Maza.
Later, guys.
Peace, man.
Aw. Maza would be a great name for a kitten too if it was a boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cute?
Oh.
Well, if they were two boys, you could have Maza and Will.
Yeah.
So cute.
She's great. Like every time I go in there to check on them, she's in the like little container that I have for her. And she's just cuddling with them. Like she doesn't even try to even get up on my bed. She's just a great cat. Like I think if anything, I might take her to get fixed and get shots and take her.
Yeah.
But these will be easier to find homes for, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And so I think it would.
And especially since you've been like interacting with them, they're going to be nice, sweet kitty cats. You know, like if they were just out with mom being feral, that makes it a lot harder.
Yes. And we have like an issue like in my neighborhood. Like there's quite a few of like feral cats, and she was the only one that is like sweet and wants to like interact with people. I know you're so. This one is like talking all the time. This black one is not. She's like chill. This one has a lot. It's okay.
When I was in college, we had this cat. It's a long story about how I ended up with a cat, but I lived in a house with some roommates. And the cat was like left. It was a summer house. I went to University of Rhode Island, so it was like kind of like in Narragansett, right? And I lived in somebody's summer house. That like a lot of the students would rent these summer houses during the school year, and it was super cheap. But anyway, there was a cat that somebody left over from the summer next door, so we started feeding it, just the usual type of thing. And long story short, this cat, we ended up bringing it in. The cat ended up having 2 kittens, and when we used to leave it in the house, we'd be gone for the weekend and we would come back like on Sunday night, and so we'd just leave the cat in the house for like Saturday until we get back on Sunday. Came back on Sunday and the cat had 2 kittens. She killed one of them, and then so like, and we didn't even know she was pregnant, quite frankly. But then we had this other one, and she was like trying to kill that one too. So we're like, oh my god. So I ended up
Susan Smith. Jesus, dude.
Right? So anyway, and that cat was such a nice cat. I couldn't believe it. But like, I don't know. Plus, maybe we just thought like maybe she was like licking it, and we just had no clue. And we were like, oh my god, she's trying to kill a cat. So I had zero money for anything, but I did go to the pet store and got the kitten's milk and all stuff. And I hand raised this cat. Oh. Well, there was a reason why I think mom wanted to kill the cat. The cat was like literally Damien. Like it was so psycho. It was like, the mom was like, I tried to tell you. It was so bad. We would get up to go. We would have to like come out of our rooms, and we would run to the bathroom because the thing would like be diving at your feet and like your ankles. And we're like, we just run it. Anyway, I took this cat home with me, and then the only one
we had no idea that you supported family annihilators. What is going on here?
But the only one that liked was my mother. Well, many years had gone by. The cat kind of calmed down, and then it ran away. One on Christmas Day, the cat ran away. So we started putting out. This was before the internet, so we were putting out the posters and doing all the things and looking for the cat and whatnot. And it was a big cat. So this lady contacts us and says, "Oh, I think I've caught your cat." And you got to remember, at this point, like I'm like 19, 20 years old, right? And my brother was all worked up about the cat. So he's like, oh, let's go see if this woman has a cat. It was kind of weird because it was in a whole different town. But us 2 doofuses, right? We go there and we know it's not our cat. But neither one of us have the heart to tell this lady that this isn't our cat. So we're like, oh, yeah, thanks for finding it. And she was like, oh, so happy I found your cat. So we take the cat home, and my mother get there. My mother's like, that's not our cat. Yes, we realized it, right? So we bring it down to the basement. And meanwhile, the whole way home, the thing's like, rah, rah. It's like, this is a wild, crazy, feral cat. So we bring it downstairs into the basement. And
it's a murderer.
An imposter devil cat.
Yes, we take it out of the crate, and the thing like runs away and goes into the furnace room, and it's like nobody can get near it because it's like really vicious. This cat's like a feral cat that we've now brought into our house for like it's not even our cat. So I ended up my younger brother had this friend who was always like, I don't know, I feel bad for him now, but at the time it was like he always seemed to need money, and now I'm sad about it because he's like whatever. He was like a 12-year-old and he always needed money. Like, that's kind of sad. But anyway,
like Justin.
Yeah, exactly. So my brother and I paid him $10 to go get the cat out of the furnace room. So we stayed upstairs because we were afraid. And this kid goes downstairs, and we're hearing all this like banging around, whatever. It was like insane. And he finally gets the cat. He comes up. He's got scratches all over him.
Oh my God.
But he made the $10. We did give him the $10. We never should have taken it out of the cage. It was just crazy. So then the next day we ended up bringing it back to the animal shelter and being like, I don't know what ended up happening.
And we named him His Watts.
It's like weird. But we never did end up finding my cat. It's weird.
So funny.
Yeah.
Oh
Like when I think about that now, where I'm so assertive with everything, and like that I was way too shy at that. Like at 19 years old, I didn't have the guts to tell this woman that this wasn't our cat. Like, look on my mother's face is priceless. Like, that's not our cat. It's like it was so obviously not our cat. It's like,
that's hilarious. So that makes me feel better that I'll grow into being able to say no eventually. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. Well, we were always like just so polite to a fault, and that's what it was. It was like, oh yeah, okay, thank you for finding him. And our cat's name was Ben, and my brother and I didn't even say anything to each other until we got in the car, and he goes, that's not Ben. And I'm like, of course I know it's not Ben. It doesn't. I'm like, why didn't you say something? And he's like, why didn't you say anything? And I'm like, all right, fine. Let's
you spray paint in his tail, fucker.
Weird. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta hop off because it's 6:00 and I gotta go help.
Yeah, me too.
Time in real life.
So much, guys.
Thank you for organizing this, and thank you to everybody for supporting Kelsey and for being here and making this so much fun.
Yes, thank you so much for both coming on. You guys are the best.
I think I scared them away with my cat story.
No, I will stay for cat stories forever.
I didn't eat the cat. We didn't do.
There we go. A happy ending. Good night, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you later, guys.
Have a great night. Lori, do you want to tell the chat another story while I go put these guys in their little bed, because they're both trying to go in different directions. So
well, let me see. What other creepy thing can I tell them? But I definitely will entertain the chat while you go put Salem and Lawrence back in their cage. Yep. So now you guys all know the truth. I'm a complete psychopath, and all the things all the trolls say about me on X are 100% correct. But let me think of a good story for you guys. Well, they're really all true too. It's pretty sad. Well, Brisket Betty, I can tell you a story about Brisket Betty, the cow, my great grand calf. I was up there in Vermont the day after she was born, and my daughter was gonna milk her mama for the first time. So she said, Mom, can you just watch Brisket Betty, day old Brisket Betty, while I, milk the cow? Well, let's just say somehow Brisket Betty escaped to the neighbor's yard while I was supposed to be watching it. I was watching her, but like she was so spry. She just like jumped over a fence, and then I was running around and trying to catch her, getting really panicked because I'm like, even though she's a baby cow, she's really big. I couldn't really get her like back over the fence. And long story short, eventually I was able to catch her, and then I carried her over the fence, and then my daughter came out, and I never told her that story. So hopefully she's not watching this, because I obviously did a horrible job of watching Brisket Betty. But she's fine. She was okay. But you'd be surprised how spry baby calves can be. At 1 day old, she outsmarted me, that's for sure. Yes, great grand calves. I have 2 great grand calves, and I have now 8 great grand lambs. And she has 3 cats and chickens and 2 dogs. So she's got a little working farm, and it's pretty fun to go up there, except that when I go back, when things are missing, I know where they are, and it kind of makes me a little bit sad. And I'm always questioning what I'm getting on my plate. So there's that. Oh, look at Lauren turned into a cat. Oh my God. Lauren, is that you? Is that you? You see Lauren? So anybody have any family law type questions relative to Kelsey's case? I'm happy to answer if I can. Yeah, I'm very excited about seeing the lambs too. They're so cute. My God. This Lauren turned back into Lauren.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, the other cat came by.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. It's like a silver one.
Yes. Livy here.
Yeah. I thought it was you. I thought you went and then I thought you went and then turned into a cat. But here you are. That's true. Kaden could maybe have a kitten.
I know. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah.
I don't know how Maverick would feel about a kitten though.
Yeah. We'd have to check with Maverick, right?
Yeah. My dog loves cats. He loves cats better than other dogs. So yeah, I don't know why. I don't have any cats, but my daughter has cats. And when we go up there, he really doesn't care for her dogs at all, but he loves her cats. And they love him. It's weird. Yeah. So I don't know. He's a rescue. He was probably about 2 or 3 when I got him. I don't know whether he was raised with cats before or something like that, but it's possible.
Yeah.
He definitely, and he likes all the farm animals, and they all like him. They come running over to him. He's a pit bull, but yeah, he's a real sweetheart. But the dogs, he's just like, man, I'm not a fan. Doesn't really care about the dogs so much. Just other kinds of animals. He doesn't really think he's a dog. He thinks he's a person. So that's probably it.
MJ, yeah, she is a Scottish fold.
What kind is it?
It's Scottish fold. So their ears fold down.
Oh.
I was not a cat person, and then I got her, and I was like, okay. She's more like a dog, and I'm like, I like cats now. Like, okay. Now,
does that cat get along good with the other cat, or you don't really put them together?
Oh no, they're fine, but like she's kind, like, her name is Olivia Pope, and she lives up to the name Olivia Pope. Like, she can be bitchy, like she can.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, with really anyone but me. I mean, she just doesn't, she wants to be left alone, and she also like only will be sweet when she feels like being sweet. So like retrospectively, she's more a cat than any of my cats. But she doesn't ever play with like the other ones or anything. She's more like a loner, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, MJ, are they your favorites? Yes, I love them too. Trying to talk my friend into getting one, but
now, does she interact with the kittens at all?
No. So I am super paranoid. Like, I will not let them even like see each other, because it's a stray cat, and I don't know, like, she doesn't seem like she has anything, but like I'm just like paranoid about my cats and stuff. Like, so that's why she's in my room, and that's really the only room they're not allowed in is my bedroom. And so they pretty much have full reign of the house. And so I'm like, all right, fine. I'll just let the kittens and the mom stay in my room. And so they have not, I'm surprised they weren't up here trying to see what was going on, because they don't come out of my room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so I'm like, if I need to, and like I knew I was gonna need to get her like spayed if she sticks around and stuff. So I think that's probably what's gonna happen, but we'll see. I'm a big softie with animals, so.
Yes, me too. Although I do eat them, but not cats. Anyway, so Jeannie Lynn has a question here. I'm asking about whether Kelsey can get the get Justin hair follicled if she pays for the 18 panel, and if he fails, hopefully he will only be allowed supervised. I mean, it doesn't really matter whether she pays or she doesn't pay. Both of them at this point have request. I know Kelsey has a request pending for the hair follicle test, but I just have a suspicion that all of that stuff is just going to come off of the list. Like, you know, you can motion for anything you want. So she's motioned for him to do the hair follicle. But I don't know. I just feel strongly that they're working towards an agreement, and there will probably be some language. Like a lot of times what we'll do is we'll put language in a stipulation that neither party will consume alcohol or you know, any kind of drugs or smoke or whatever in the presence of the child or while they have the child. I think that's a reasonable thing. Even when it comes to like cigarette smoking, I've used to put that in my stipulations all the time. If I had a client that was like, you know, I really don't like the fact that my ex is like smoking and when he has the child and whatnot. And it's a very good consideration because that's a health issue. And if something is impairing you and affecting your ability to care for your child, then, you know, we would put those kind of stipulations in, you know. And sometimes, you know, I had a client one time that did definitely have a drinking problem, and he actually was doing a scram type of device through like SoberLink. And what happened was, you know, he had to do it before his visitations and things like that. But he also was, you know, supposed to abstain from alcohol whenever he had the child with him. And, you know, sometimes when people have a problem, you know, when you have a legitimate like alcohol problem, it's not so easy to just say, I'm going to abstain from it, you know? And so his ex-wife at the time, his wife, hired a private investigator and basically followed him around while he was having his parenting time. And he thought it was a good idea to go to the town fair and be like, you know, having, you know, 2 beers in each hand while his mother held the baby, the child. It wasn't really a baby, like a 3-year-old or whatever, had the child. And then, you know, of course, you know, guess what? Next couple of days, I'm getting an emergency motion to suspend the visits and whatnot, because obviously he was already under an order that he wasn't supposed to be consuming alcohol during the visits. What you do on your own time, like in your own free time, right, is your business. But when you have the child with you, you know, and obviously they were out someplace, he was driving, it's just like, oh gosh, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, just one example of one time when my client wasn't perfect. It happens, you know what I mean? You do the best you can, but
yeah, I mean, there's a reason that family law is the most dangerous law. I mean, it gets crazy.
Yeah.
People's emotions and their children and money are all at stake. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
it really is. And people do, I mean, it's just always, people are always in a high state of crisis when they're going through these cases. It's very stressful when you're dealing with your children and getting, and your parenting time. And obviously, anytime you're going through family court, people are not getting along. I mean, that's obvious. That's why you're there. And so it's always he said, she said stuff. And it's, you know, it is a tough practice, but it's also very rewarding in a lot of ways too. So there's that, you know, but it definitely can burn you out very, very quickly, because just having your clients always be in extreme crisis is the problem. You know what I mean? It's like you have to be able to separate it, because otherwise it's like their problems become your problems, and, you know, then you're like not having your own life, and like it's hard to separate yourself, because you do get kind of emotionally attached and involved with a lot of this stuff. And, you know, like if you're somebody like say representing Kelsey, like in this situation, it's hard because you want her to be able to see her child. You're doing everything you can to do it. She's stressed out and worried and concerned that she's not seeing her baby. It's hard, you know?
Yeah, of course. And it's easy. I mean, it is easy to get personally invested in some of these, you know,
Sure.
even for my stuff. I mean, not everyone, like obviously some of them are easier than others to compartmentalize, but
Right.
some of them you feel for and you take on and you really, you know, believe in and all that.
Do you do any private investigator work and for family law attorneys? Yeah. I imagine that happens a lot.
Yeah, that's one of the better paying ones. Kind of the bread and butter is family stuff, cheating spouses.
Yep. I mean, I've had to hire myself, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, it's not enough. And, you know, the cheating spouses thing, I really do try to discourage my clients on that because like in Massachusetts, nobody cares. The judge doesn't care. Like, you know, it's like, just get divorced and we'll figure it out. You know, I mean, you're not going to be really getting anywhere by coming into court and showing the judge that, look, my husband has a girlfriend. It's like I think I said one time before on a stream, like you throw a rock in family court, you're going to hit someone that's cheating on their spouse. It's like
exactly.
You know, it's kind of funny. It's like one time, because that always comes up. I'll have the clients come in and they're like, when somebody's done something bad, in terms of like, I'm not talking about custody cases, but more like in division of assets cases, in terms of, you know, behaviors, the court really doesn't care. They're still going to split your assets 50-50 unless you can tie the bad behavior to a diminishment of the marital estate. Right. So if you have somebody that like maybe has a gambling problem and you could show like, look, they went through this whole retirement account of $100,000. Well, then the court might do an offset for that because the behavior that you're alleging directly impacted the marital estate. But to say, oh, you know, spouse was cheating on me and now I don't think he should get, you know, his 50% share of the marital estate. Yeah. The court's not
sorry, Lori.
Yeah.
So somebody was actually just texting me. They're having the same issue. I think she had to hit the yellow name. That's what she said. If that helps any, Jordan, I don't know. And sometimes that happens when we are having streams and there's just like an influx of people on the website. Try refreshing it and then try hitting the yellow name. I'm texting her for more clarity. If anyone else is having issues with the link, let me know. But hopefully it will allow you. It finally allowed her, but I guess she had tried it a couple times and it wasn't allowing her to donate as well. Let us know.
Yeah. I have no idea how to help with any of that.
Me either. They have said that before, like on streams, like sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so I don't know if it's like if multiple people are like trying to go at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a computer. That is not my forte. Anything to do with like computer issues. Clearly, I do not know what I'm doing.
I'm always so impressed with Maza and the way he like. You know, like you'll be like, oh, you know, can you pull up that video? And boom, next thing you know, it's up there. I'm like, this guy's amazing. Like he just like, he must have it all cataloged so well. And he just knows exactly, you know, I mean, I always feel like it's such a big ask if somebody's like, oh, can you pull this thing up? He's like, oh yeah, let me get that. And boom, next thing you know, I'm like, wow.
And he's doing that while he's in the chat, responding to people and calculating the figures. And I'm like,
I know, exactly. It's so impressive, really. I mean, that's why he's the fundraiser daddy. I mean, like seriously, he definitely is so good at it.
He is so good. I don't know how he multitasks like that well, but like I can't. Yeah, no.
Not when it comes to stuff like that. I would definitely be like, what would happen is like I would be exiting myself out all the time. That's what would be like, oh, let me go find this thing. And I'd be like, what? Wait, where did I go? Like that. I know that's what would happen. So I try not to hit too many buttons when I'm on these streams because I'm so paranoid that I'm just going to like, I mean, I would just come back in again, but like, they're like, I'm like, don't trust myself. Like, seriously.
Same. I need to have one where I just have people on to like talk about nothing and just like play and get more comfortable with it, because I don't know. And then they change things. So it's like when you think you have one thing, then it changes and it's like, oh, thanks for that. Like I just learned one thing.
Yeah. Well, if you ever wanted to set something like that up, Lauren, I would definitely be your second party here, because I would be like completely not judging you at all about it. And I'd be like, sure, go ahead, try it. See what happens. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? We'll end it and then we'll come back in, I mean, I don't know.
That's awesome. Well, I may take you up on that.
Yeah, because that's how I am too. And it's like, even like when we first started doing, because we do a lot of our court stuff since COVID. A lot of it we do in Zoom. And before COVID, we didn't have that. Like our courts, like literally not just probate family court, all the courts ended up shutting down for like 3 whole months because they had no method of even doing like any. You think by then they would have already kind of had that, because a lot of places already had doing video court and stuff, but really, really crazy. So what are they saying? It's still saying the error thing.
Let me try to post. I'll just post another link and see if that does it. I don't know. That's so weird, because she said she tried a few times too.
I wonder if maybe I'll try to do a donation and see. Is anybody else in the chat having that issue? Has anybody else recently gone on and having a problem? If you could let us know.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to copy link and then go here and post it. So I'm going to post it in the chat here. Okay, so somebody else saying it's finicky where you tap. That's kind of what my my friend was saying as well. She said she had to click on the yellow name. If that helps any. Let's see. Are you doing it on your phone, Jordan? Somebody wants to know. Oh, Leslie, you don't have to worry about swearing here. It's totally fine. I didn't see all of your thing, but I just saw that, and you're good.
That's it. You're done. Let me see. I'm gonna try and make a donation right now just to see what happens.
Yeah, I need to actually. I'll do mine too. Okay.
I know this is really exciting, everyone.
I know. Sorry for the dead air, guys.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's kind of important because since this is a fundraiser, and if people can't get on to
Karen, she's asking for clarification on what do you mean on click on the yellow. If you are hearing this, text me and I will let her know. I'm about to do mine too, so I will have maybe hopefully a little more clarification too. And
okay.
Okay, I don't see anything yellow here either, but I am doing it on my phone too, so I'm not sure if that matters.
I think mine just went through.
Yeah, mine did too. That's so weird. Yeah, mine went through too. That is so strange.
And there is I see one 12 minutes ago from a Gingy on there. So
okay.
And then 17 minutes ago from Karen. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, thank
And
you.
Karen, that was a $50 donation, Karen. Thank you so much.
Karen's the best. She yes, Karen, we do see your donation. Thank you. She's just asking. She's the one that was actually came up to the trial from Georgia as well, that roomed with me.
Yeah.
She's great. She's great. She's a cupcake.
Wow, yeah. I didn't realize she spelled her name that way. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, she was a sweetheart.
Yes, she's one that definitely like gets very passionate about the cases too, and will act on it, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Jordan, I don't know. It's very strange. I don't know. I'm going to try to post the link again. Maybe clear out like your stuff if you're on your phone, or if you have access to like the computer. I don't know what to say. Do you have any suggestions, Lori?
Oh, you mean about that? Like,
Yeah.
no idea. Like I just did like what I would normally do, and I don't know. I'm not even sure if it ended up going through. Maybe.
Okay, I just reposted that. So, guys, if anybody else has suggestions for Jordan, please post them. Okay, Romy said she was able to donate. Your stream name is in yellow, but you should be able to tap anywhere in the box, and it should take you to Kelsey's fundraiser website. Okay.
And I am doing it on my phone too, so I don't know like how.
Yeah.
She's doing it, so. Yeah. Thank you, Romy. I loved meeting Romy too at the
Romy's
trial.
great.
She's so funny.
She's
love her.
hilarious. Yes.
Yeah. So many good people. Like,
yes.
Honestly,
and that's what I just love about like this community. Like people, they're just genuine people, you know?
Oh yeah.
And it's refreshing.
Yes, definitely.
Someone saying the same. I love Mazza so much. He's a good person.
Yes.
Yes, he is amazing. If you don't like Mazza, something's wrong with you. Like that's the thing.
And he's such a genuine human. Like he's just really a good person. Like, you know, it's what you see is what you get with him. He really is. Like even in person, he's just such a good guy.
He is.
And he's hysterical too.
Yeah. I know. His voices and impressions.
Oh my God, it's so funny. And his just ability to like quote lines from movies and stuff like that. He's just like, he has a really good memory. You can tell he's got a good brain. Like he definitely is like just the way he's like operating all this stuff, like the you know, the Wizard of Oz over here, and coming up with the stuff that he comes up with. He's so funny.
Yes, no, he's a good human. Hopefully it works for you. I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't get involved with the drama either, which is
no.
That's a quality in itself that sometimes is very hard to have. And he can abstain from it like completely, and that's quite impressive.
Yeah. But that's what's so like wild when you see people, like I've seen people even attacking him online, and I'm just like, oh really? People like it's so bizarre to me. It's like he's just always just doing like good things, and you know what, it's like if you don't like it or you're not supporting Kelsey, then just move on. Like I don't know, I don't troll these people that are posting these things that I don't agree with. I don't care. I don't understand it.
Can you imagine like feeling the need to scroll through Twitter just to like find things you don't agree with? Like
I don't understand it, but I find it bizarre because like that's the thing. Like people will come onto my page and comment on my things, and I'm like, why are you here? Like, why? If it's causing you so much angst, then just don't come here. Like, whatever. I'm not going on your page and looking at what you post because I probably don't agree with it, and I don't really feel the need to have that kind of conversation. I find the whole dynamic really kind of strange, actually.
Yeah, it's crazy, and literally, like, I also get a little overwhelmed. Like, I'll be on there for a little bit, and then I just like, okay, I'm off, because if you don't, if you miss like an afternoon and there's something happening, like it can take you hours, and it can just be like this whole like thing. You're like trying to catch up because there's so much, and you're like, I don't know what I missed so much. It's wild.
Exactly. And then some of the things that are just like so the things that people can have a problem with that are just so like normal, like, or just like, I mean, like I like that whole thing with Bradle, like, okay, he posts one little comment. Like it was okay for that person, that troll person, to say to him, you're no Bradle's no Alan Jackson. Oh, that was fine. That was okay. Right. Which like he's never said he was Alan Jackson or
didn't claim to be
trying to be Alan Jackson, and he's not Alan Jackson. He's Tim Bradle, and he's really great at being Tim Bradle. So, you know, but like, so that was okay. And then when he just responds with like a funny quip, and you're no Meredith O'Neill, I mean, like they all went like batshit crazy. It was so weird.
And like, if you can't admit that that was a good one, like even if you're not on the same page, like I can give it to someone if they still have a good comeback. Like even if I don't like them or agree with their stuff, it's like these people are not capable of it. Like
right. And it wasn't like it's just a simple statement. Like if you're reading all this much into it, then I think you might have the problem. Like seriously, like it wasn't even, he didn't even really say anything derogatory about her. Just like and like the I mean, it ended up even my repost of it with my comment, I forget what my comment was, but it was just like, I'm dying laughing, basically, because I was like, I literally was spitting out my coffee when I was like reading that. It was so funny. But even my repost of it got like 10,000 views, and it's like, wow. Like people are so kooky, and you got like 35,000 views, and all of the comments, like whatever, probably a quarter of the comments were people that were just like, "You, sir, are a disgrace to the profession." Like making like one comment, like that's not even. Goodness. It wasn't even anything that bad. It's like, oh my god, people
clearly they're not looking at like other Boston attorneys that are on Twitter, because like some of their stuff is like way worse. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, it makes me laugh because so many times in the beginning, I used to get like nervous about it because I was like, are these people for real? And they would always like, if I commented anything, they're like, we're reporting you to the BBO. Like, and I was like, are they? Like, and then I'd be like looking back at it and like, I don't know. I don't really think I did anything wrong. Like I can have an opinion. It's like, I'm not posting things about my cases, confidential information or anything like that. It's kind of like a little kooky, you know?
These people are nuts. Yeah. Like Wendy Murphy. Exactly. Like
she's like honestly, she's one that probably should, I don't know, get a report to the BBO. Yeah. The stuff she writes on there, or I don't know, if I was like her malpractice carrier, I would probably be, holy smokes.
I can't believe she's even an attorney. Like the things that she says are just like so out there. Like
it's like so out there, right? I mean, like a lot of the stuff during the Karen Reed trial, I'm like, oh, this is like,
that was
not even lawyer stuff. I don't know. Like, I don't know how you can say you're a lawyer. And then some of the things that she would say, it's like, maybe a lay person, but that was kind of kooky. Kooky.
Big time. Bettero has no time for Wendy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, and isn't there's that X page that's like bad legal takes or something like that, which is really funny. And people would always be reporting some of her, not reporting, but you know what I mean? Like posting her things on there. Cause it was like, I don't know. Like I've seen some of the Twitter lawyers do better, you know, like, kind of a little kooky.
Oh yeah. She is nuts.
I'll keep that in mind, Chastity. No more Danielle. No more opinions. Yeah, and then he's like, they're so like, you know, and then they'll go banter with each other. The trolls will have like a whole bantering thing. Like, you know, it's like, oh, can you believe she's a lawyer and she's like that? And like one time, like way in the beginning when I first started posting, they posted like, I think it was something I had posted about Aiden's case, something probably, you know, some filing or whatever that I had commented on, and there was this whole big long thing about like, who is this person? Who are they to be saying anything about anything? Because they're just nobody. And oh yeah, them and their 90. Like, what do I care? Like, well, I don't, like, this isn't my living. I'm like, whatever. I just made a comment. And then they were like, then in my profile, my ex profile, I link to my website. Okay. So like, it's not a secret. Like you can click on my website, right?
Right.
So they're like posting it in the comments. Like they figured it out. They know who I am. It's like they doxed me. I'm out and I wasn't even in, you know, I'm like, what the heck is this? You know? And they're like, oh, she's some family law lawyer. And of course the most embarrassing part of it is like, I haven't updated my web page. And even it probably says, 27 years of experience. Like, I mean, I'm on 37. This shows you how, like, I don't need.
Right.
Business.
You don't need to do it every year. Yeah.
And I have plenty of business. If anything, like when people like always trying to contact me for marketing, I'm like, no, like, is there a way you can have people stop calling me? Like, I mean, because that's not the problem. Me having business is not a problem. It's a very busy area of law to practice. You're not really looking for cases. So the most embarrassing part was like my picture that's in there is like literally from like 1998. So I look a lot younger than I really am. And when clients come in, I think sometimes when they first come in, they think they walked into the wrong office, you know. They're like, wait, we're here to see Lori. It's like, yep, that's me. It's like,
you should know that you're good. You don't have time to do that, you know? Like if you were having time to do that every year, like I would be more concerned. Like
yeah. It's like if you're if your license picture is good and you don't need to go change it, you just keep it that way, you know.
Exactly.
It is pretty funny because I think I'm probably like in my 30s in that picture.
Forever in your 30s.
But it's funny because it ended up getting memorialized on X because they're like, this is her, you know, and like, because I don't have my picture on X, like, you know, it's just a little legal icon thing. So like they're like, oh wow, now we know who this chick is. It's like, oh brother, it's just so funny.
And MJ, I think you're right. It's if you're doing something right, they go after you. And that is, I've found a lot of times the case. Like, you're right on that.
And you do have to, and I know Emily C's talked about this before too. You do have to develop a thick skin. And that's what she has said in the past that like when she first started, it was like, you know, she's very sensitive to all the comments and whatnot. But now she's quickly gotten over it because like you have two choices. You either get off or you just get over it, you know.
And it's one or the other. You got to do one or the other. So exactly.
And you know what? There's always that too. Like that's the thing. Like I don't understand about a lot of the people being like, you know, I'm being bullied or whatever. Just
log off,
delete your account, like log off, like, you know, give it a rest. Like it's not, you're not forced. It's not your job. You don't have to go on every day. Like, I don't get it. If it's really affecting your mental health, if like anything on social media is affecting your mental health, then just stop going on social media. You can just stop.
And that's part of self-care and being an adult. Like you have to take those breaks sometimes, even on Facebook and things like that. Like that's okay to take a break and you should. So it's wild. And you know, I don't know. People are crazy. And the thing is like all these people, like they wouldn't say that in person, but because it's behind a screen, have, you know,
keyboard warriors for sure.
Yes.
And most of them are just like fake accounts too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, that's what I mean. Like when they out at me, it's like, I'm me. Like, I mean, like what? Like I never pretended. I'm like, my freaking name is in my handle. Like it's like,
exactly.
Oh, this is who she is. It's like, oh, good job, genius. You know, you figure, well, you know, you must be a private investigator yourself to figure that one out. Wow. It was really, really tricky. I was trying to, you know, be incognito, but you found me out. Like there's my website right on my page, whatever.
You use Google. Congratulations.
Whatever. And I haven't gotten any BBO complaints, so I guess I'm all set, you know.
Yes.
Anyway, but that last comment, they're going to report me on that because I wrote, I'm dying laughing. Okay. I'm sure the BBO cares that I'm laughing.
Right. Yeah. Like, and you're going to look like the joke reporting.
Yeah, exactly. It is funny. Like I had a case once where the guy the husband of my client reported me to the BBO because he didn't believe in divorce. So he reported me to the BBO and to the judge. He wrote this really long, like single-spaced letter to the judge about how I was a danger to society because I was divorcing people, and it was this big long letter. And then he sent it to the BBO. You know, basically he was saying that I should be in jail because I'm doing divorces, and that's, I don't know whether it was a religious thing or whatever. And then in the letter, he kept referring to like Lucy, and she doesn't care about Lucy and Lucy's best interest. Well, Lucy was the party's dog. And right. And he didn't say that. Right. So he just kept saying, you know, like, I haven't given any consideration to Lucy and how this is all going to affect Lucy and Lucy. And then, so the BBO, one of the screeners from the BBO actually called me, and she's like, you know, I just want to go over this with you. She goes, this does seem like it's this person maybe isn't right, you know, in their right mind or whatever. Yeah. And, you know, I'm just letting you know that we're going to screen this out because, I mean, his biggest complaint is that like divorce shouldn't be a thing and like whatever. It's like, okay, like that. I'm sorry. I'm a divorce lawyer. I'm not,
well, it is.
It is. Right. And she said, but I just have to ask you one question. What's the story with Lucy? And I'm like, and I don't know because I don't know what she has. I'm like, Lucy? She goes, yes, he talks about Lucy and how you didn't give any consideration to Lucy. Is that the minor child? And I'm like, no, that's the dog, you know? And she was like, oh my God. And then she's like, oh, well, I'm just going to screen that out. And I'm going to give this gentleman a call and explain to him that, you know, this isn't something that we would pursue as a complaint against the attorney, you know, that we don't find any kind of violation of any of our rules and whatnot. So she did that. And then she called me back like the next day. And she was like, look, she goes, I hardly ever like follow up again because I told you I was screening it out and it's fine. So, but I actually called you because I'm worried for you because I have never spoke to anybody on the phone that was so mad when I called up and said we weren't going to pursue. She said, I could hear the spit coming from his mouth. He was so furious. And she said, so I'm just letting you know, Lucy is fine. Lucy went with my client and she now lives in
thank God.
State. So Romy's asking about Lucy. Lucy's good. And Daddy didn't get any visitation with Lucy. Anyway, but like, yeah, she was like, I'm worried for you because this guy like literally, you know, was so angry and so mad that like, I'm, you know, just to put you on notice that this is how upset this person was. I'm like, okay, thanks a lot.
That's terrifying.
So great because he like literally lives around the corner from me, but like whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jordan, I just want to put this up here because this is the type of people we have in our community. People like Jordan who like decides to like, okay, I'm going to limit myself to buying things that I don't really need so that she can support Kelsey. Like that is so beautiful and like so humbling, you know?
That's
amazing.
Awesome. That is so nice. Thank you, Jordan.
Yes, you're incredible. And it's very well appreciated. And that's, you know, that's what I can say. Like, I am invested in this case, but I'm also invested because the family and Kelsey herself is just a wonderful person. And they are so thankful and truly appreciate people who, like yourself, literally are trying to help. And every bit helps. So you're awesome. Thank you, Jordan, for being here. And
definitely. And
we need more Jordans in the world.
Right. And that's how Kelsey got through all of this. Not the financial part of it, yes, but like even the emotional support and just knowing that she had like a whole team of people that were on her side. And we're hearing her story. I mean, I know like in the beginning, she was just so shocked that like people, I remember having that discussion with Meredith, the woman, the very nice woman that runs the Facebook page, you know, that like Kelsey originally thought, like, she asked her, should we start a GoFundMe? And Kelsey was like, who's going to donate to me? You know what I mean? Like she just didn't really think anybody was going to care, and people getting involved and people like really supporting her and what she's gone through has meant a lot to her. It has helped her through some very dark times, I'm sure. So thank you to this community, really.
Yeah. And I loved what she said, like after the acquittal, where she said, like, people believed me before my story was even out there. Like they saw through it. And yeah, we did. And like, that's the thing. Like, that's one of the reasons I chose this name for like my YouTube thing is like, yeah, I'm a private investigator, but I have common sense. And I feel like that's really what you need in this world, to have common sense, to look at things in objective ways. And I feel like this community has that and so much of it. And
I mean, the BS meter was way up on this case, right? I mean, like when the story started coming out, it was like, huh? I mean, I started right at that first press conference, and it was so incredible that they were like, they weren't even referring, like they weren't putting any names out there at that point, but they weren't even talking about the police officer that got shot. It's like you weren't getting any information about that at all, and it's like they didn't even care. And it's like that was one of your officers, like.
Again, chief, he's the chief.
Yes. Chief doofus, like seriously, I mean, and like him putting himself on administrative leave. And it's just what really cracks me up is like Kelsey has no job and no income. Maybe Kelsey should have thought about putting herself on administrative leave.
Right. She didn't have that option.
Right. It's like, I didn't know that you could do that. Like, okay, I'm just putting myself, whatever. I paid administrative leave. That sounds like a good idea. But and I know people are saying, well, she voluntarily resigned. Really, was it voluntary? I mean, it was kind of forced on her.
Exactly.
And so I don't know that was necessarily like a binding. I think it was under an extreme amount of duress.
Yeah.
And you have to look at that. That can void a contract, So I don't know. I think maybe she should be getting paid right now.
I agree. And you know what I feel like is that they're gonna stretch out Justin's, suspension with pay, and also Chief Gray. How long is that gonna go on? Because they want to help out. Like, but that's disgusting. Like, if these people are gonna be fired, they need to be fired. They don't need to sit on their couch and collect, the taxpayers' money. Like, this is
right. And is Noonan currently still on paid administrative leave?
That's my understanding.
So think about, North Andover residents here. And I know there was a comment earlier about maybe Justin's going back to work. I don't know. We can't confirm that. But Justin's on paid administrative leave. Chief Gray's on paid administrative leave. Noonan's on paid administrative leave. Those three salaries combined amount to almost $500,000 a year. Of people that are sitting at home, not working and getting paid on the taxpayer's dime. That's what's basically happening. So I don't know. I mean, like, I think some of these people should see what it's like in the private sector, because guess what? You don't get paid.
Yeah. I mean, it's just insane when you put it that way. Like, that is a huge amount of money. And I mean, I'm sorry. I get that there has to be an investigation, but like, Justin is on videotape. Like, he's on video. It's not really
exactly.
He said, she said. Like, it's right there.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, hi, Will. You are so welcome. We were just talking about it. Like, it's easy to do when you believe in something, but it's also easy to do when the family and when Kelsey herself is an amazing person and appreciates things and all of that. So you guys make it easy to want to keep, helping. So thank you guys as well.
Yes. Right.
But
it's a great family.
Yes.
Thanks, Will. Say hey to Lauren.
Yes. Say hello. Yeah, it's just, I don't, my cat has got on the printer and printed something. Don't know what, but.
Really?
Yeah. They I try to put it where they can't get it, but they can still jump on the printer, especially the one. He has a really good.
Well, I mean, you're in the way and he's trying to do his business, it's like.
Yes. So it looks like a
getting
blank
ready
page.
for getting ready for Monday morning, you know.
Yes. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how long they stretch these things out. But I mean, if somebody were to really come in there and do an investigation, I do not know. 1 second. Let me Cash, can you get down, please? You're about to knock that over. Okay. I see the printer going like this. I just feel like, especially Daly, has so much accountability for the way that that scene was handled, and it's, I don't know, like, stay tuned, because there's so much.
There is because it's not even, when you think about it, it's not even those 3 police officers that were there on the scene. Then you have Chief Gray showing up at the end and giving, I mean, normally if there's a police involved shooting, he should be relieved from duty right away, pending an investigation. You don't, you take his firearm. It's all part of the procedure. You don't take his firearm and give him yours. That's weird. Why would he have a firearm that's not issued to him in his possession?
And I've seen people online, and they were like looking it up. And yes, I saw what they were talking about, how, yes, some procedures, they will give their weapon to another officer. My understanding of that is if it is an active threat, but like, this wasn't that.
No.
So when anything like this happens, the officer is immediately off of duty because it's procedure, not because they necessarily did anything wrong.
Right.
But
it's just I always thought that's what it was, and then so I don't know that even happened at all. And then to give him a firearm that's not issued to him, like you said, when it wasn't like an ongoing threat. And then so you have those 3 guys plus Chief Gray on the scene. Then you have the whole issue with the Sergeant Gerke. And that whole, I mean, this department is like literally a clown show. It's a clown show.
It is. And that is terrifying for the residents, because they're the ones who are gonna be injured, and it's crazy. Right. And like, for him to give the gun you can't do that because there's been no investigation. That's the reason. You have to have that first. You cannot just give someone else a weapon.
It's insane. I mean, there's always has to, I mean, you have someone that at that point, they probably did not think she was even going to make it.
Yes.
An investigation is 100% necessary. That it's like, you don't just assume anything. You have to, especially when it's 2 of your officers involved, you want to make sure you're dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. It should have really been like a state police investigation that very day, not, a few days later having an interview. Like, Noonan wasn't even interviewed for like several days after. That was just insane. And then no video of the end. Like, what? It's just,
everything smells bad in this case.
It was
every single thing.
Wrong. Yeah.
And it's just crazy. I don't know. I had always hung my hat on it was an overreaction, and for whatever reason he overreacted, fired when he shouldn't have. I've changed my mind since the trial on that, and my 2 cents and just my opinion, I think it was his job to do the weapons. And that was my first thought when the video came out, right, of him wearing the gloves. But then we kind of thought maybe like they were tactical gloves, and like if he wore them regularly, then it wouldn't be so nefarious. Well, with him testifying that he had put them on for the fingerprint thing, and he didn't want to get them, his fingerprints on the weapons and whatever. Okay. Then I go back to my original thought of him being the one that was in charge of getting the weapons. Now, if you take that for what it is, it was his job to do that. He didn't do that. Not only did he not do that, but he clearly left her alone in the room for enough time for her to go and get the weapon. It doesn't make sense otherwise.
Right. His story makes 0 sense. Yeah. Like it just unless he was in the room with his eyes closed. I mean, like, I don't know how else, like for a period of time, because I don't know how else all of that stuff would have unfolded. It makes absolutely no sense. But to your point too, though, even if his job was again, this was just the service of a civil restraining order. There were no allegations that Kelsey had used these guns in any kind of, criminal activity. There was no warrants for anything like that. So to say that you needed to put gloves on so you weren't getting fingerprints on, like, the guns aren't evidence of anything. They were just being removed pursuant to a restraining order. There wasn't any issue with the guns. There wasn't a problem with the guns. You hadn't used the guns on anything. So that's kind of silly. Don't you think that's kind of silly to be like, I'm wearing the gloves because I didn't want to get fingerprints? Like, what do you mean?
I mean, it is silly, but if they're following procedure, technically he should be wearing gloves because it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but my thing is, they're not really following any procedure.
Oh no, they're
so
not.
That's the one they come up with. But I don't even know that would have been part of a procedure. It's like, I get it if you're going in and you're collecting evidence. The guns were not evidence. They were just, part of a restraining order to be removed from the home. They're not evidence of anything. They weren't used in any kind of a crime or anything like that. They weren't there to even serve a warrant on her. It was a civil restraining order. And as part of that civil restraining order, they needed to, secure the guns. That was it. They're not evidence. Craziness.
No, that's a good point. And I think so, like, just with my thoughts and my opinion, I think when he came back up the stairs, he realized not only did I not secure the weapons, but then you have a woman who has this weapon pointed at her temple. That's on my clock. I was supposed to be there watching her. I was supposed to secure the weapon. So that's two things that he's already done.
I think he panicked.
See, and that's where I was first. But then I feel like he knew, like, okay, if I don't do this, the other option is someone taking her own life on my clock. And I allowed this.
Absolutely. It's definitely a possibility.
I don't know. That's where I go. Otherwise, why are you inserting stupid shit like, oh, well, Justin, she was trying to get me gone so she could go downstairs and take care of Justin. Like, that kind of stuff makes me think, like, really, like,
which is crazy because he testified he didn't know Justin was there, and Kelsey didn't know Justin was there. So, I mean, I could see if her testimony was she didn't know he was there. Maybe he's saying, well, she knew he was there, but he didn't know Justin was there. So that was like a story he kind of came up with afterwards. I feel like, just a story like, oh yeah, she was going to be going on some murderous rampage, getting through him, and then I don't know, kind of going ninja on the whole house. I guess I don't know.
Insanity.
It is insanity,
and it made him just look way less credible.
I mean, thank God the outcome was the way the outcome was. I mean, I poor Kelsey having to go through all of this. It's like, but like things are starting to turn around.
Yes.
And like I said, that family court proceeding, that couldn't have gone any better, and because it's showing that we're turning a corner, and that all of the fight that we've all supported Kelsey in is going in the right direction. And a lot of the things that have come out have not been favorable to Justin, to, North Andover police. And I think I'm hoping that means that they're all ready to kind of, move on from that. And definitely to me, that hearing in probate court was really, to me, as favorable as it could have been to Kelsey at that moment, really. So,
and I think like his attorneys sound like they're at least giving him good advice, right? Like, this is the end of the road for you, Justin. Like you've done what you can do. Now you've got to share your child, and like there's no going anywhere. This is your option, like do it.
Yes, there is going to be reunification. Kelsey is going to be with her child. Ultimately, it is probably going to be a shared custody situation, because that's what the courts are really looking for. And all this stuff you tried to prove, you couldn't prove it. So it's, and Kelsey has done all the right things, and she's been in the treatment, and she's, has all of those things going on. Whereas Justin probably is just starting some of those things now,
Yes. And that's what's so ironic to me too. Like, she's always done the right thing. When she had postpartum, she went and got help for postpartum. Like, there was never anything that she wasn't doing. And because of that, it was used against her when really, like, she was being proactive in everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I loathe him, because like he is the scum of the earth, like that type of person that is going to use things and twist the narrative to try to make it. And it's just like, ugh, I just can't with him. So
yeah, I think he's also extremely immature.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that all of this is kind of making him grow up a little bit, you know, and because I really do, I want him to be a good dad.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Just for like for the baby's sake. And I hope that, you know, he's matured and he understands, has some humility with taking some ownership for a lot of the things that have happened, and can have some growth with it and learn how to co-parent, and because that's really what is in the best interest of the baby. I mean,
absolutely.
Sure.
And Caden, Caden deserves that. He deserves, a decent father, and he's got to step up. He's got to mature, and
Yeah. I mean, how traumatic, think about it, even for poor little Caden at 4 months old. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
it's just, to just be taken from your mom. And, I remember listening to when he was talking to Lieutenant Whitaker, and you could hear Caden crying in the background and stuff, and definitely making noises like he was looking for, like, to eat,
100%.
And it was kind of like, it was really annoying me that, like, he wasn't even acknowledging it.
Not at all.
Like, he was all too fixated on, like, what he was going to be able to do, and and like, and I don't know. It made me sad that he wasn't, like, like, even just making comforting noises to the baby and stuff like that, was like, I need a
talking to him. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just like all about himself, It's just sickening.
The mental picture, or the, visual picture I had in my head is like him not even holding him correctly, like down here with baby crying and hungry and looking for mom. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Some parents have that maternal instinct, even fathers, and I just haven't seen it at all from him. So I hope that does grow.
Yes, me too, for sure.
But thank you so much, Lori. We are at 3 hours. I will post the amount because I also want to make sure, like, double check, because I'm not good at this stuff, and so I don't want to give the wrong amount of how much everything came in, and I also didn't even see Maz's message yet, so I will post that.
Great. Thank you, everybody, for donating, and thank you for continuing to support Kelsey. She's not done yet. And thank you, Lauren, for continuing to do this. You've been such a big part of the Kelsey movement, and you and Maza. I mean, the recognition that you, both of you, have brought to this case, really, we couldn't have done it without you. So really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. But anyway, I'll see you guys all on X, and I do appreciate you having me. Good night, everybody.
Yes.
And
hug the lambs for me. I want to see pictures.
Yeah, no, I'll send you pictures.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Love you guys.
Love you, Lori.
Bye.
Thank you. All right, everyone. We love Lori. She's so great. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys show up every time we have one of these, and it is like, we couldn't do it without you. You guys are the VIP people. Like, this whole thing would be nothing without you guys, and without you guys opening up, your wallets and your hard-earned money that you work hard for every week. And so, like, we just have platforms that we can platform it. You guys are doing everything else. So you guys are the ones that, really come through for Kelsey, and it's for a greater purpose. It's not just for her. I think a lot of you feel like you have similar stories, even in just a small aspect of this story, that you feel for and that you connect with, and it shows. And everyone's passion and them sticking through this with her is really awesome. And I can't thank you enough. The family thanks you. Kelsey thanks you. It's just amazing. So thank you all for being here, for donating, for sharing the links and all of that. Every single thing helps, and it gets the story out. That's another whole thing, is like advocating for her story to get out there, because Lori is going to be talking with oh gosh, of course I went blank on her name. The judge that was involved in Harmony Montgomery's case. I'm sure someone will throw it in the chat. I'm going blank on it. Anyway, she's going to be trying to do some reform with her for these orders, because something's got to change. This will happen again. Yeah, Romy letting Kelsey know you're not alone. And that's what I told Kelsey, like, we got you until you don't need us anymore. So we're not going anywhere. But we couldn't do any of this without you guys showing up. And Judge Carol Erskine, thank you, B Crumbs. I was blanking there. So we couldn't do any of this without you guys and your support. So thank you all so much for being here and being voices and advocates for Kelsey. And so we will continue. I don't know when my next one will be yet, so I'll get that in the works, and then I will also post the total that we raised today sometime this evening. I'm gonna go have a little dinner and total everything up, and I'll probably make sure I'm not messing it up with Mazza. I'll be like, Mazza, does that sound right? So thank you so much for every donation, every like and share. If you're new here, please subscribe. We will do some more fundraising. I am looking into a few different cases. So, hopefully in the future, once I get a little bit more information on those cases, I can share some other cases and get them out there with you guys as well. Jordan, you are very, very welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for literally the acts that you've decided to do so that you can help out Kelsey. You are an inspiration to everyone. I mean, that I feel very comfortable saying that. Like, you're very selfless and caring, and it's quite obvious that you have a huge heart. So thank you. And we are so happy that you are here with us in this community that we love. So, hi, Jamie. I don't know if you're just getting here or not, but welcome. We're wrapping things up. But hopefully I'll be bringing you some new cases here soon, and we'll have even more stories to get out there, and more Kelseys to free. So, and we're not going anywhere. We got oh, hello, expert. Expert, I don't know how much we've raised. We will know tonight when normally my finance guy, Mazza, our wing king, is like, and he's like on top of everything. He had to leave a little early. So I don't know. I have to go do the math. I'm not good like him. I can't multitask and do like 50 things. He's amazing to do it all. I'm just lucky that I'm streaming right now. That's about all I know how to do. MJ, thank you for modding and for being amazing. Yes, I want to bring you guys new cases. I know there's a few that I have been on my radar, and we, look, that Nicholas O'Malley case, if they ever release any of that body cam footage, we're going to blow it up, because I'm pretty sure that there's going to be bombshells in that they don't want the public seeing, because they're keeping it from the public. So if they ever have to release that, or it comes out in Discovery or whatever, we need to go over that, because I feel like there's some hanky stuff going on in that case. But maybe one day we'll get out of Massachusetts, but there's so much in it that it's just like we can't leave. It's like a car crash on the interstate. You don't want to look, but you can't turn away. So, and there's some, like, half of you guys are from like Massachusetts, and you're amazing people. So look, if that's, if we can shine a little light on the corruption going on there, then let's do it. So, thank you for being here, expert. I saw your comment earlier, but I didn't get to say hello because of the panel and stuff. Oh, Jess, we heard you were listening, and I don't remember what you said, but it was funny, and I put it up here. Romy, Massachusetts is like Hotel California. Awesome. I may do a stream. I need to get, and that's what I was saying to Sophia. I need to get a schedule. I literally, Zach messes with me when I'm in chats. He's like, here's Lauren's link. Follow her. She streams sometimes. And that's like kind of what it is. Like I basically just do the fundraisers and every once in a while I'll hop on something. So I need to get a better schedule and try to stick to it. It's hard with my job. Sometimes it's busier times than others. And but I'd like to get something where people know when I'll be on and they can kind of know that. But so yeah. Jordan sending love from Pittsburgh. We had someone in here that was from New Zealand earlier that was like, supporting Kelsey from New Zealand. This community is far and wide, and literally when I say the world is watching, the world is watching, and that's why they need to get it right, because the world is seeing this and all eyes are on them. We're going to hold them to the standard that they need to be held to. Like, you can't do this kind of thing and get away with it and people not know about it. We have a right to speak out. And if you wrong someone, yeah, light should be shined on you. And so, yeah, you guys are awesome. Keep talking about this case. It's not over. The reason I wore alien pajamas today, I'm still irritated. I know, like, I don't know everything that's going on behind the scenes, but I'm pissed that she still hasn't seen her baby. And in my mind, there's no reason why she couldn't have seen that baby the next day. In my mind, for me. Okay. So for me, I'm irritated. And, that's going to be such a great day when we get word that she's had the baby and seen him and held him and loved on him. Like, that is what it's all about. And why are you going into court agreeing to get rid of these conditions, but yet you're not acting on it? Like, it's not your job, sir, because you don't have one. You're on the couch, on mommy's couch. So come on. Like, what else do you have to do? Absolutely nothing. Like, let her see her child. Like, do the right thing. And I don't, like, it just seems very, I don't know. Just seems very still like giving up that control for him and for Mama Lisa, in my opinion, is the issue. He wants that coercive control over her, I feel like, for me. And he's going to hold on to that until he just can't. And I feel like he has good attorneys telling him, like, hey, it's time to move on. Like, you can't keep this mom from her baby. Like, she's been acquitted. Like, you got zero, buddy. You got zero. It's time to be a mature adult. People do this every day. Like, there are great success stories of co-parenting, even when you don't like each other. It can happen. And it should happen for the baby. So, like, give it up. But it's like, yes, he's agreeing to that probably only because of advice of counsel. But then when they leave court, there is nothing. And to me, that's frustrating. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but I don't know. If he truly was a decent human being, in my opinion, he would be like, look, we'll get the schedule up, but yes, you can see your child. You haven't seen him in almost a year. Come see him and then we'll get a schedule up. I don't know. I don't, whatever. I just, he's a scumbag. His family's a scumbag, in my opinion. So yeah, he is like, he's holding him hostage. Jordan, where are you? There. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, dude, you're not helping your son. This is not about you. I know you want to make it about you and make it about Kelsey and the money that she's getting and people are supporting her. That's not about any of that. It's about the child. And if you cared about him, you'd let him see his mom. Like, and you do that sooner than later, right? Because you want him to feel comfortable around her, and it's just like he wants to prolong that pain. I don't know how Kelsey feels. I'm just talking because it pisses me off. Like, I saw the thing, and he, as of today, she has not seen the baby, and Gator Boy posted the thing. I mean, come on. Like, I don't know. And I'm very impatient. I am. So, maybe everything is going as planned, but to me, I don't know. I have a problem with it. And it's not too late to just start being, I mean, you already fucked it up. Like, you already fucked it up, right? You're kind of a shit human being, but it's not too late to start being a decent human being. So, never too late. So I don't know. Just do what's best for your kid, and it's not this. So yeah, she does need to see her son. It's far, far, far too long. And bless Texas, Lolly saying the same thing. She thinks it's Lisa. Yeah, I mean, and I think Lori's right. I think it will happen probably before the next court date, but only probably for that reason. That's just how I think. And yeah, very self-centered. The whole family clearly is. They're all entitled. Like, we heard them all. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's not a good person, Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. How are you? Yeah, he is not. And I hope that changes for baby, because again, like I said, this baby is not going to be a baby all his life, and he's going to know exactly what his father did, what his father continues to do, and also what his grandparents continue to do, because Lisa and Doug will be in Lisa and Dougie, sorry. They will be in his life. Those are his grandparents too. And he will know what they're doing, and just do the right thing. Like, it's about the baby. It's not about you. It's not about your personal feelings. It's not about any of that. So some people are just not capable of having that fortitude. So I don't know. Maybe I am just was expecting things to move faster than they're normal. Maybe this is totally normal, but I feel like after a week, like, I don't know. Come on. Like, do the right thing. It's ridiculous. And also, PS, the more you complain about her funds, the higher they're going. Like, we're only getting started, buddy. Like, so, and also too, like, you try to pull crap, and that's the same stuff that I'm, talking about with the corruption. The world is gonna see it, and that's another reason I think it's important to stay on this case, because, like the chat was saying earlier, no one trusts those people. No one trusts Justin. So I think Kelsey needs eyes on this, because, like, this fight is not over, but also, like, what kind of shenanigans could they pull? Well, guess what? If they do pull them, we're here, and the whole world's gonna see it, and we're not gonna stay quiet, and we're gonna raise more money. That's all we can do. That's all we can do, is put the spotlight on this case, the spotlight on Justin and his family, and raise money. And so, you're damn right we're gonna do that, because you pull stuff, and it's that she's gonna need to fight it. And so we are here, and we're not going anywhere. So yeah, MJ, I was so irritated when I read that. It had nothing to do with what he was complaining or stating in his motion. Like, he just threw that in there, and it's like, again, common sense. Like, you're not saying it for any reason other than to say it. So clearly it bothers you, right? It bothers you that she has an army behind her that is, trying to fund her defense and put her in a situation where she can afford good attorneys, all of that. So I'm sorry if we know that it pisses you off, well, okay, we're going to do it even more. Like, challenge accepted. So people are so dumb. It's like they don't understand these things have, like, tells, and people can see straight through them. And yeah, we did. And so okay, let's do it. So these people are crazy. I don't know. I hope he changes. I hope he matures. But I just, for the foreseeable future, I don't see it. And especially with the family, maybe if he got out of that environment and but it's like they're enabling him, and that's how he was raised. So it's like, how much is he going to change? He's an adult, like a full grown ass adult. So I don't know. Yes, let's see. Got milk for me. Justin is an idiot. All he had to do was help Kelsey. I know, exactly. Instead of babysitting. Why are you babysitting, Justin? That's your baby. It's not. You're not getting paid. You're not babysitting. It's not a job. That's your child. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. I hope that she gets to see her baby and that her baby gets to see her soon. Like that's yes, it's for Kelsey, but it's also for that baby. That baby, first of all, they're going to be reunited, and it's going to be a very short time before he knows exactly who she is. And that's going to be wonderful. And that's exactly what needs to happen. And that's the court. That's what the courts want. The courts, if there's, and there, look, even as much as I can't stand the dude, he deserves to see his son too. Like it's not like people are just trying to rip him apart from his son. Like, no, unless he does something to where he can't see his son anymore, and a good reason, then he gets to see his son. That's how it works. Like, you don't get to just decide. You're not like, sorry, you just don't. But for them to be continuing of this, tug and pull and using Caden as a rope, it's gross. And yeah, you gotta just be a decent human and let this mom be reunited with her kid. That's what this is all about. And the fact, to me, that doesn't, I was a little hopeful when they agreed to the order and all of that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a cynic. Maybe I don't know. I've seen a lot, continue to see a lot, and I just don't trust people. So I was very happy to see all these conditions be vacated, but at the same time, like, I feel like it was vacated because he had good advice and he was listening to his counsel, but really, like, his actions speak more than that. He hasn't let her see him yet. So continue to be the scumbag that you are, and we're going to continue to talk about it and raise more money. So I don't know. I just hope that town is seeing kind of who he is, and I think they are. But well, you're great too, Golf Girl. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it is. It's just gross. It's gross, and your child's going to be able to, read and be on the internet when he grows up, and he's gonna see every single thing that you're doing. And I don't know. I can't imagine having to be in that position when he's old enough to see all the things that Justin has caused and continues to cause. Like, that's something that that he can blame himself for fully. Like, he orchestrated all of this. So, again, your child's only a baby for so long, and then they're not. So, okay, Got Milk said he only gave in because he didn't have anything else to back up his claims. Absolutely. And I think his counsel was like, dude, we've reached the end of the line. You can't keep her from him anymore. Like, there's nothing. You got nothing. Okay. Like, we got to move forward. Like, and so he knew, like, all right, like, whatever. But then they leave court, and it's like, okay, he still hasn't let her see him. So that's gross. Like, but again, this is on him. Like, it's going to look really bad if he's not letting her see it. And like Will said, it's all documented and all of that. Like, it's going to look real bad, but no one said he was the brightest, because he's not. He's really not. That's right. Yeah, he's gonna see how hard his mom fought for him, and every single thing that she went through, whether it's being shot. He's gonna see that scar on her, and he's gonna ask about it. And not not long from now, like, kids start talking, and then they're inquisitive. And he's gonna ask, what is that? We all saw that picture that she posted of her scar, and he's gonna want to know what happened. And you know, I wouldn't want to be in that position if I was Justin. So I don't know, but I think ultimately there's going to be very good things coming for Kelsey for a long time. A long time. So she's gotten through most of the hardest stuff, and it's gonna be looking up. But you know, we're not going anywhere. The light still has to be shined on this, and she's got a fight ahead of her. And I know you guys are well invested, like the rest of us, and so you'll be here for the journey as well. So, oh, hi, Tammy. That was like some twang. Hi, Tammy. Yes, and my God, your son's gonna see you running out of the house and tripping and falling and looking crazy. Like, do some leg days, okay? Leg days, leg braces, whatever you need to do. But like, you're embarrassing, okay? Your son's not gonna even want to be seen with you. You're gonna fall when you're taking him to school. Come on, do something. You're a joke. Yes, his mom was shot, and like, dude, like, I don't know about you, but like, if my mom was shot, I'd be like, it's pretty badass. Like, you're pretty great. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's gonna know she's a policeman. He's gonna know she survived being shot. Like, come on, tell me who's Caden's favorite person in a little bit. I mean, come on, like that's pretty cool. It's pretty badass. So, Kimmy saying she's praying that she will get custody. Yeah, I mean, look, it's looking good. She's got nothing but good coming her way. But I'm just pissed because I'm like, she needs to have that baby in her arms. And so it needs to happen. I hope everyone continues to support Kelsey and donate what they can. Kelsey needs our support in the fight for justice. Absolutely, Jordan. And we will do that here. I know Maz is like going to continue to do that. And I know like all of you guys who are so invested will continue to show up and support Kelsey too. And it does lift her spirits, and it means so much to her. She's just very appreciative and thankful for everything. So that definitely makes people want to do even more, you know? So it's great. But thank you so much for joining. I don't know how to send you anywhere, so I won't. But I'm sure somebody is live. Turtle Boy's going live tonight. I don't know if 8 or 9, so soon. But anyways, I will say goodbye for now. I may pop in tomorrow evening. Probably on the later side. So if I can still do that, I plan to do it. Even if it's just for a little bit. So you guys are the best. So thankful for you guys and love you guys very much. And I will see and talk to you guys soon. I will post the Rat House is on. Okay. I'm gonna learn how to redirect you sometime soon. So go over to Rat House and all 90 of you tell them that we sent you. And they're great people too. You're so welcome, Rhonda. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. And I'll post the total amount that we raised here tonight. Love you guys.